ago, saying they are not going to allow airports to be occupied. They are not going to allow rule of law to be overturned and all that. But by looting, by enhancing corruption, by causing untold suffering on graduates that are unemployed, by ensuring that it's only your girlfriends and boyfriends that occupy prime positions in the Kenya Revenue Authority, Kenya Airways, KQ, Kenya Airports Authority, Kenya Revenue Authority, I've mentioned it, Kenya Ports Authority. The prime plum positions are only reserved for people that are politically connected. You have been doing more anarchy, you've been doing overturning, you've been causing more insecurity, you've been causing us untold sufferings and mass genocide. And we are here to take our country back from these immoral and senseless criminals that call themselves our leaders, but they are misleaders. So I am touched by your courage, comrades. We should not give up today. When we reach at JKIA and the rest of us that are in different parts of the country, let us stay there. Do not go away from there. Francis Gaido yesterday night made a very powerful point that on the day they were in parliament, they told you, the day we occupied parliament, they told us, go back home, the army is coming. Go back, the GSU is coming. Go back, the races code is coming. Go back to your homes to be safe. But when we went back home, we were not safe. They followed us in Githurai, they followed us in our estates, they followed us every homes and shot and killed patriots that occupied the parliament. So that shows we are not safe even by remaining in the hood, in the estates, in our villages, in our homes. We are not safe until we ensure everyone else is safe. Do not accept to go back home. Do not accept to stay home. Do not accept to stay in the estates. Come out in large numbers. Let us demonstrate our numbers. Let us show our strength to force the reforms that we so badly need and we so badly believe in. So I am going to be giving people 2 minutes each, kindly. And I'm sure we are mobilizing those of us that are in Kenya. We are mobilizing to go and join the rest that are engaged in the struggle. And when we are done, we are going to be issuing more instructions. For example, we need to organize ourselves into technical experts that are going to list down the reforms that we can start implementing, and also resource mobilization to ensure that those of us that are injured and are having problems, they are already catered for in terms of welfare. And also we are going to continue having political education so that when we take over power, also we don't replicate the mistakes that these people have been doing. So we need to ensure matters of governance, matters of following constitution, matters of following the law when you have political power are within the prescribed principles of law, so that we don't become as the people that we are accusing. So kindly, if you want to talk, raise your hands, and then I'm going to give you 2 minutes each in the order of which you've risen your hands. So we start with Moses, and then Professor, and then the rest that will have raised their hands. Thank you so much, Marge, and thank you so much, fellow patriots. Let's go on, Moses.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm really grateful for this chance. I think the problem we are having right now is we don't have leaders. And as much as we are pushing what we are pushing and we are trusting God that something good is coming out of it, it's also good for us to learn, just as the former speaker said, so that we don't repeat the same mistakes. Right now we need leaders. Those are the people who we need, people who will think of a common mwananchi, people who will think of the interests of the people first before they even take their stomachs mbele kwanza. That is what we are lacking today, and it is my prayer that as we even educate people, we'll even educate them at county levels, at ward levels, in every area, so that people know that when it comes for voting, they know why are we voting, which kind of a person are we supposed to take up there. Because we've been having a tendency in our nation whereby we vote people who buy our votes, and that is the worst mistake that can ever happen. And that is why we are where we are, because we are like everybody in Kenya is like, you give me, I give you. Tutoke kwa hiyo scenario, you give me, I give you, and let us look at the future. Let us look at the future. And that is why we are out here fighting for the future, fighting for the people who will be there. In case we will be there, we will thank God. But if in case we will not be there, at least they will have said some people fought for the fruits we are enjoying today. So I want that all of us here are educated so that even if we will get leaders from this platform joining the national government, at least they will have known I am here because of the people, not for myself. We have suffered. Some of us are completed shule and we even don't know. Getting a job right now is like buying a job with a lot of money. You've paid your school fees, you've struggled all through in school only to find out kupata kazi ni kununua kazi. Which kind of kitu kama hiyo iwezi fanyika in our nation. So kufikia hapo, naomba tu sote tujitokeze. We are just tired with what is happening right now, and we will not repeat the same mistakes. Hopefully, for those ones that are leaders, don't want the ones we have right now are not leaders. We just have politicians who are fighting for power and people who want to take advantage, and that is why walidhania kwamba we are sisi ni watu wenye they will do things.
Kindly land, Moses. The others who want to also speak.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. So now I'd like to say the space reads Standing with Democracy in Kenya. Now, the right to picket is a democratic right. So I'd like to clarify that this space is supporting the right to picket. And as we do that, if you come to the space, let us really share, let's support, and let's really ensure that the right to picket is not, pushed in a direction that people are not able to even picket. Not everyone can go out. That is why some of us who are not able to join are joining through this space and are supporting the rights of the constitutional rights of the citizens. Now, let's have Joel.
I think I'm not saying that everybody here should go out, but for them that are capable.
I'm just giving a general comment. This is not directed to you, Moses. Thanks for speaking up. No, that was not directed to you. That's just a general position of the space. I just wanted to clarify it there. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So Joel, Victor, Paul, and then Prof in that order, 2 minutes each, and let's concentrate on the occurrence today, because we have evening, we have tomorrow, we have other days to discuss other matters, but today we want to really support and enhance the democratic rights that are within the Constitution. Joel, Victor, Paul, and Fred in that order. So I think Joel dropped. Victor? Paul? So Paul, can people hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Paul, are you up there? Paul? Okay. Paul 1.
Okay, Abdul.
Paul 2.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to Prof.
Maybe you give you give a chance to those who are raising their hands.
Professor, kindly proceed. Yeah.
Good morning, Maj. Thank you so much, Maj and Abdul Rahman, for this opportunity once again. My concern is, actually, we are having, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I have a concern here. When you look at this movement, we are actually protesting peacefully. The only weapon we have is a phone, a mobile phone, a bottled water, and our Kenyan flag. We are protesting peacefully, but we realized that we have some operatives in the government who are using whatever it takes, whatever it means, to infiltrate these demonstrations or these protests. They are hiring people. They're even using NIS to hire people to come and infiltrate this movement, this protest, peaceful protest for that matter. So we are kindly urging the IG, the acting IG, Bwana Kanja, Kanja, please ask your people to to stay away, to stop doing whatever tricky and dirty games they're doing. Let this protest be peaceful, as we had earlier started, like 3 weeks ago. And we are not interested in any rioting, in any looting, or in any negative thing. We're interested in protesting peacefully and to compel this irresponsible, corrupt government to resign. That is our main purpose of this movement. So these are the dirty tricks that the IG, we know. We have some operators in the government. We won't mention names. Even today, we know that they've already done whatever they're doing. They want to send these goons to come and interrupt this peaceful protest. And Kanja should be concentrating on these people, not on the peaceful protesters. So this picketing is allowed in the Constitution. Actually, it is written there in white and black. In font, I think font 100, it's very clear. So there's no need of you hiring people to come interrupt this peaceful protest. And the killing of our young people is still going on up to date. What is happening, Bwana Kanja? Can you address those important issues first? The right to life is sacred. Life is important than even those property you're talking about. And you're not going there to destroy property. You're going there to protest peacefully. Because you cannot continue having dialogue. The dialogues have been taking place since independence, and they've never bore fruits. So let us do this peacefully. Allow us to do this peacefully. Stop sending goons to us. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Fred. There was some little delay there. That's because of the sub-comment I was responding to the interactions. So, Paul, are you able to speak? Otherwise, we're going to drop you and add others. Okay. Victor?
Victor.
Yeah, Joel, go. You dropped. 2 minutes, please.
Okay, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. My name is Joel. I'm from Kisii County. You know, we are watching this our president, and this for the very first time we are experiencing this kind of political. I can say it's political insecurities and all these things. You know, it is not good because the people who voted for this president are the same people he's now killing using the police, using the whatever security agencies. We are wondering what's happening in our country because we never experienced this from another president of our former presidents. Now we wonder where we are heading as a country. Really, this is not about the Gen Zs. It's Gen Z is just a coverage of all the country people. This is what we feel. We feel like our president is no longer, he doesn't deserve it to be a president. When he was asked about the deaths he has committed in these maandamanos, he responded like he never had any sense of humor. Now we don't feel like he's our president. He should act. Not deploy. He's deploying the army in the streets for what purpose? We are not bandits. We are just Kenyans. Now I wonder who are the people who are going to vote for him if at all he's going again to fight. I know he will. Who are going to vie, who are going to vote if at all he's killing us.
Yeah, Joel, kindly continue. And let's, as noted, let's kindly center the discussion to the happenings today. I think, Joel, something is wrong with your phone, but kindly proceed as you wind up in the next 1 minute. Joel, I think the network is not working again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Please wind up in the next 1 minute, not because I want to cut you short, but just because I want to make sure that everyone speaks. How's the situation in Kisii? You wrote down there that you're already in Kisii and it's still peaceful, but do only share this information with us if you feel safe. So for everybody out there coming next, if I ask you something about the ground and you don't feel safe sharing it, don't do that. But if you feel safe, just do share with us what's going on in the ground. Joel, over to you.
I think it's a little it's peaceful with me here, and the whole Kisii town is very peaceful. We have not viewed any kind of maandamanos yet. but I really give up a hand for those guys who are going to demonstrate today. We really give our upper hand and then support them in one, and we are ready for that. Emergency, and I support that with the upper hand, and we really want Ruto and the whole team out. Because he can't listen to us. He can't give in for us. He's just a pretender, empty promise man.
Oh, we lost you there. But you are you saying there are no demonstrations in Kisii town, or there are demonstrations but they're peaceful? Joel, could you kindly mute your mic? We keep losing. Sorry, I meant Elvis. Elvis, could you kindly mute your mic? We're losing Joel. We would have loved him to give us the info of what's going on in Kisii town as much as he can. Joel, just one more minute as you wind out. Is it peaceful in the sense of peaceful demonstrations, or are there no demonstrations in Kisii town?
We have small groups outing to start the demonstrations, but they're very peaceful. We have the policemen behind us supporting us. I guess they're supporting us. They're not going to shoot at us. Yeah, but it's very peaceful here. As I can see, people are going on with their businesses, but some businesses are closed down because they fear there might be an negative impact of these demos. But at all, it's very peaceful here. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Joel. And of course, we want to always have peaceful demonstrations, and destruction of property is not one thing that we encourage. Those are goons. And for the goons that are infiltrating the demonstrations, the police should really take care of them. We saw a picture in somewhere in Rift Valley where people were standing next to a police car. We've not really received a clarification on that. Abdul Rahman, if you have received any clarification, do share on this space. Elvis, then Leteipa in that order, 2 minutes each, as we center on the democratic right of picketing in Kenya and the events of today.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm here in Kisumu. Ndio tunaanza maandamano, tuko hapa chini ya flyover Kondele, ndio tunatokea hivi tukienda town. Na ningependa this time round to change hii style ya maandamano. At least tukitoka moja kwa moja tunatoa majenzis wenye wanaogopa, tukitembea kwa hizo streets nini ghetto, tunatoa wenye wanaogopa, tunaenda in large number hivyo ndio Ruto ajue tuko serious juu haezi sema enough is enough. Kwa hiyo tu kwa sasa natoka naenda maandamano.
Asante sana. Pia nyinyi mnaenda airport ama no? I think that is because that's an information that there could be other people listening on the space. I don't want you to share that because there will be
Tunatoka, itakuwa tu peaceful. Tunatoka tunaelekea town, side ya town, tunaingia na hiyo.
Usiseme kule mnaenda because like I said, this is a public space, so I don't want anyone coming to share and then it's picked and then they are blocked. Picketing is a democratic right. Thank you so much, Elvis, from logging in from Kisumu. Yeah.
It's okay. Nasema hivyo juu hatuogopi, juu ni kitu peaceful, wajue tu tumetoka tunaenda maandamano. Ni kitu peaceful.
Najua hauogopi, lakini Okia Omtata said they were in places where he knows that the demonstrators did not enter. There were signs of destruction, so he's wondering what was happening.
Okay.
So you see, in the situation is not the same. So let's be street smart out there. That's what I want to say. I'm not spreading fear or selling fear. I'm just saying let's use not thorax all the time, but sometimes also the.
Is anybody speaking?
Yes, it's Leteipa. You're next. Go. Abdul Rahman or Ahana, please tell Leteipa to go. The reason why I always log in with 2 handles is because sometimes they block my main handle from the speaker is the mic is tampered with. Leteipa cannot hear me.
Leteipa, can you hear the host? She's giving you the mic. Leteipa, are you there? Letepa is not there, Mike.
Okay, then.
We
So
could go to the next.
yeah, go on,
We
Abby.
could go to the next one. Hi Anna. Assalamu alaikum. Maj, who is the next speaker kindly?
Okay, I cannot hear Letaipa, so let's go to Mzalendo.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Maj, and everyone who is on this space. Mine is just very simple. I want to say that we are on our way to JKIA, and we must really make Ruto and this administration understand that the power belongs to the people, and so they cannot go ahead and start doing some shoddy business under our watch without involving us through public participation, and as it's supposed to be. We've seen high levels of corruption in this country, and as young people, we are not going to stand and see our future and the future of our children being destroyed by a few who are very greedy. And I just want to say that in this country, we lack integrity. And integrity, I'm referring to integrity to say that, one, we don't have respect by our leaders. Number two, we don't have honesty. And we cannot depend on them, starting with the president. And therefore, there is high need for us to come out in large numbers and defend what is ours. The country belongs to us. It's not Ruto's. And by him saying that, he's going to do everything under his power to stop us, I think he's wrong. He alone, he doesn't own this country. This country belongs to us, the people, and we are the majority. And if he cannot listen to us, we shall stand tall and say again with loud voices that Ruto must go. So thank you so much, those who are going to JKIA and other places. Let us go out there and show them what we are made of. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mzalendo, for being brief and to the point. So 2 minutes each as we proceed. Letaipa, I see that you're back. Letaipa, you're next, then Paul, then Kwach, then Steve. Letaipa, can you hear me? Okay, Letaipa cannot hear me, so let's go to Paul. 2 minutes each. Paul?
Yes, I can hear you.
Paul, come out.
These demonstrations are going to fizzle out pole.
Paul, come out. Yeah, sorry, Abdi. Okay, over to you, Abdi.
Thank you, Maj. Letepa, are you the one speaking?
No, Letepa cannot hear us, and that's why I'd queued in Paul Kamau to speak, but Paul has dropped.
Oh.
So now let's have Bonnie. No, let's have Kwach speak and then Bonnie.
Bonnie, the host has told you to go ahead and do your 2 minutes presentation, kindly.
Okay, those who are on the... Bonnie, are you able to speak? Because others are going to drop you because they always clog like that. Bonnie, take a go. I see Kwach's mic is on. Kwach, kindly proceed, and then I mute Bonnie. After Kwach, you speak, or we remove you. Can anyone hear Kwach? I cannot hear him.
Nanita, can I hear?
Hannah, can you hear him? Can anyone on the speaker hear Kwach? Okay.
No. Yes.
No. Okay. Then let's proceed to Bonnie. Bonnie, are you able to speak? So Bonnie, unmute your mic. Otherwise, I go to Mwanzia. Mwanzia, take a go and speak. When you're done and Bonnie cannot speak, we remove Bonnie and add somebody else, because that is how sometimes we have our mic, our space clogged. Mwanzia, over to you. Mwanzia. I've just had to remove Bonnie because Bonnie is actually coming to the mic and just opening, and you know, but not speaking. So we don't have time to really waste. There are a lot of people requesting for the mic. And so the person I'd queued next to speak has also dropped. Nicholas, take a go.
Okay, mambo.
Poa sana.
Mi naitwa Nicholas,
Poa
mi ni
sana.
mkimbiaji. Nicholas Kirui. Maoni
Can you
yangu
guys
ni
hear
hii.
Nicholas? Or has
Yeah,
Safaricom started doing that thing?
kuna sauti?
Hannah, can you hear Nicholas?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, Nicholas speaking. Nicholas, go ahead. He can't. You can't
Okay.
hear him, but
Then
he is. Go ahead,
tell me as soon as he
Nicholas.
finishes, yeah.
Okay. Nicholas, endelea.
You hear me?
Tunakusikia vizuri ndugu yangu, endelea.
Okay, mi naitwa Nicholas Kirui, niko hapa US. Mi ni mkimbiaji. Nimejoin hii. Nilikuwa nasikianga tu lakini sikuwa nimeongea. Mtaniruhusu niongee kidogo kwa Kiswahili. Si mnajua nyinyi sisi wakale watujui kuongea sana.
Sasa wacha kuharibia watu nini?
Sasa ile kitu nilikuwa nataka kusema sijaribu ya watu, ile kitu nilikuwa nataka kusema.
Nasema ni hivi Nicholas, Kaliano. Nasema kuna Kipsigis najua wanatandika Kizungu na lugha zingine.
Lakini mimi sijui kuongea lugha sana.
Yeah, ongea tu Swahili. That's the point I wanted to say.
Okay, ile kitu nilikuwa nataka kuenda straight to the point. Kama mimi kuna kitu naniuma na ndio nataka kuongelea leo hata nyinyi. Yeah. Unanipata?
Yeah.
Kidogo Nicholas, kidogo tu. Coach, kindly and Coach and James Mohia, mute your mic. Your chance is coming. You lift your hand, then your chance is coming. When the first speaker finishes, you speak. Gen Z, kindly switch off your mic. Off your mic. Please do not speak when another speaker is speaking. Otherwise, we might need we might be forced to drop you, and we don't want to do that. At the moment, tunasikiza Nicholas. Nicholas, twende.
Yes, okay. Nilikuwa nataka kusema, for example, mimi kuna kitu aliniuma sana. Nilinunua tractor nyumbani. Niko na tractor hapo Kenya. Nilinunulia fadhi. Kidogo kidogo ikashikwa driver, ilikuwa license ilikuwa expired. Sasa driver ndo alikuwa na makosa, yes. Lakini ile kitu aliniuma wakati amepelekwa driver kwa court, nililipa 27,000. Lakini pesa yenye alienda kwa serikali charge sheet yenye alipewa ni 3,000. Mmenipata?
Can you hear me?
Tunakupata.
Kuna mtu anaharibu mic hapo.
So,
tuendelee.
Okay, sasa nilikuwa nasema ile pesa nililipa ni 27,000, lakini charge sheet imetoka huko na 3,000. Pesa yangu 24,000 ilienda wapi? Si ni corruption? Hiyo ndio kitu aliniuma sana. Corruption yenye inaendelea kwa Kenya sio hata juu peke yake, mpaka chini. Watu wenye wako chini wameumia. Imagine mimi na struggle hapa. Mimi nimejaribu kutuma pesa nyumbani, nimenunua kitu, alafu inafanywa corruption. Mimi naenda kulipa, mimi nalipa driver pesa, mimi nalipa pesa 27,000 ndio driver atoke, lakini charge sheet pesa yenye imetoka kwa charge sheet ni 3,000. 24,000 ilienda wapi? Silienda kwa charges. Na wenye walifanya plan ni police na watu wa kotini. Mumeelewa?
Tumeelewa Nicholas. Kwa hivyo wewe una support hii maandamano Nicholas, kwa sababu ya corruption. Na
corruption
au support kwa sababu rais ni mkali,
watu wanaumia. ni watu wenye wako chini zaidi. For example, mimi struggle, mimi sijasoma, chenye nimesaidia mimi ni athletics. Nimefaulu. Nikafaulu kufika nyumbani nafanywa corruption nyingine yenye, kwa sababu mimi niliuliza polisi mwenye alishika tractor yangu, kama hii pesa yangu 27,000 ningeenda kwa serikali, ningejua nimechenga barabara, ningejua nimelipia mtu hospitali, ningejua imesaidia kitu fulani. Lakini why 3,000 imeenda kwa serikali, pesa nyingine imeenda wapi? Hiyo ndio kitu aliniuma. Kama ningechajiwa 27,000 kwa charge sheet, kama hapa US ukishikwa ulipe ticket, wenye wanaelewa unalipa direct pesa, hakuna pesa yenye inaenda kando. Lakini kama ningechajiwa kwa Kenya na hiyo pesa iende serikali ni sawa, lakini unaona hiyo 3,000 tena inaenda kwa serikali, ikifika juu tena inaipwa huko juu tena. Sasa Kenya Kenya pesa ni mingi, lakini haiendi sawa. Hiyo ndio nasema kitu yenye niliona na macho, si ati ile kitu naongelelea.
Asante sana.
Umeelewa?
Nimeelewa na ni vizuri pia umeongea hivyo, manake sasa ndo vile tu Abdul Rahman anasema ni hapa kusisitiza ya kuwa maandamano ikifanywa sio kama vile wengine ufikiria huyu ametumwa na nani, ni ile tu mahitaji ya Wakenya. Kama wewe mwenyewe
nimehitaji, kwa sababu kama mimi nilifeel sana uchungu sana. Nilifeel hata nilikompana sana na askari, nikamwambia naweza amua kukuua, kwa sababu ile vitu umenifanyia. Nakimbia, naamka saa 10 usiku, nakimbia, nimefaulu, nimenunua kitu, alafu nakuja kufanyia mimi corruption. Sio ni kuipia mimi pesa kwa mfuko direct.
Yes, asante sana Nicholas. Lakini tunataka to limit to 2 minutes each ndio watu wapate kuongea. Asante sana. Tuendelee kuongea tukiambia watu ya kuwa haijalishi mtu ni kabila gani. By the end of the day ni mahitaji ya Kenya ndio muhimu. Sana sana ukiangalia upande wa health na vitu zingine, hizi ndio vitu zinafanya watu wanaenda huko nje. Manake watu wangekuwa na kazi leo wangeenda huko, lakini kama unaambua we kaa nyumbani na una kazi, utakula nini? Of course utakwambia
nipe 1 second tu niseme kitu moja.
Okay,
kama au siku hiyo sasa watu wenye walifanyiwa cases ni karibu 400. Hiyo hao watu wamesanya pesa ngapi wenye wamefanyia corruption on one day kwa court moja?
Okay, sawa.
Thank you.
So asante. So wacha tuendelee. Like said, the language of this space is not only Swahili. Sorry, it's not only English, but also Swahili. If you want to speak in Swahili, kindly feel free to continue. Kevin, I see that you dropped. I'm going to bring you up in a minute. Abdul Rahman, who was next?
We have Hannah Ali. She needs to contribute in her 2 minutes. I know she was here, but she needs to refresh, at least set the mood of this, explain to people that we are on this space to support people, to rally people to go out to the streets, join the rest of the patriots to resist against bad laws, bad governance, corruption, tribalism, lack of meritocracy in public appointments. So we really need to hear a voice of a senior citizen like Hannah Ali, and to set the mood of the space, to encourage us as our elder sister. And then from there we go to James Moore here, and then Gen Z Bless, and then Letape, I can see him, he's back if his mic can be. So after Hannah Ali, hatutawaita tena, tutaenda next ni James Moore here, next atakuwa Gen Z Bless, alafu Letape. Asante.
Thank you, Abdul, and everybody in this space again. I'm enjoying the spirit and that brother who was in USA, Mkimbiaji, ndugu yangu Norman Mkale. Anyways, how about this for a spirit ya kuwapatia morali ya kukasirika? Gavana wa Isiolo ametumia 1 million kununua soda ya crate moja. How is that for you, March? Over to you.
Thank you so much. Abdul Rahman had queued people. Let them continue in that order, 2 minutes each, so that at least we save time. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, guys.
Border riders receiving money at Uhuru Park.
morning,
morning,
we
guys.
can hear you.
What?
Kindly proceed.
Yeah, now mine will be very brief because I'm already wearing my shoes to join the other comrades, Mandamano. Mine was just a simple request. And guys, we need to walk the talk. I was just requesting the co-host, kindly, kindly you close this space. You join others in Mandamano, then you open this space in the evening after Mandamano. Kindly, that's all. Thank you.
Thanks, James. And I'll respond to you directly. If I close the space now, I could close the space. I could go to the sauna. I could go to take to the restaurant here. Is that what you want me to do? Because at the moment I'm sacrificing my time to give people their voices, people who are not able to go to the space. Do you want me to go and to the spa and come back in the evening? That is also a possibility. James, can you answer that? James, are you still on? I think people really need to think when we come to these spaces, we are actually investing our time. And when we do invest our time, you have to understand that that is how we can contribute. Because you coming and even telling people how to behave, you're being a dictator. You're going out there to stop a dictator where they say he says mtatujua na mnakuja hapo mnasema jifungeni space. And in fact, when it comes to demonstrating, do not force people even in the ground to demonstrate. Tell them this is what we are doing. Explain to them what you're doing. Have them join you voluntarily. If they join you voluntarily, you have more power. You cannot speak to anyone on what you do. Let us not suppress democracy as we defend it. This is not the first time somebody is asking me to stop a space. The last time it was the government who actually had sent people my way to block us because they wanted to block the diaspora space. As you come and tell me not to host, the other time Safaricom did things with you guys. Who's supposed and if things get worse, you will be coming. You say, Marge, you want to speak. So please, in the spirit of democracy, let us have everyone be able to make a choice. Just can I finish?
Sorry
Can
to
I finish,
interrupt you.
please? Let
Yes.
us have everyone in their democratic right do what they want to do. Our duty is to ensure that they have the right information. They're not misled. Let us not be oppressors while trying to fight for the voices. Over to you, Hara, as you go to the next speaker.
Yes. The other thing I wanted to say is last time when Githurai murders were going on, it was on the same space that the news broke. Somebody who was in the space came in on the space and was able to share with thousands of Kenyans as to what is happening on the ground in Githurai. So sometimes you have to think this space, it's not only, it's not holding people not to go to demonstration, but it's the only place that people feel safe. They can share with other Kenyans what is happening on their respective on the ground. So it's really important. Somebody could be at the Mandamano right now and call us and give us a breaking news of something that is happening, and we could spread and people could be aware. So it's actually another way of expressing and sharing information on the ground, whether it's something that is happening on the ground, something like hiyo watu wakiuliwa huko Githurai, tulikuwa kwa space na mjamaa anakuja akasema naona maskari wana shoot pole, everybody was on the space saying, calling and spreading the news, and that's how the news broke. So it's not easy to hold the space. Si kazi rahisi, kazi yenye anafanya dada yangu Maj na the co-hosts and everybody who's hosting spaces. So tafadhali tuheshimiane na tujaribu kuinuana juu. Thank you Maj.
Hello, do you hear me? I think the host and the co-host, can you continue giving the guidelines of the space, please? Because we've just gone lost.
But yes, you can take the mic if you were next. No
Sorry,
problem.
I
Go
was
on.
speaking, but I
Give
was
your
on mute.
submission.
Just a moment. It's unfortunate that I was on mute because I said a lot of things. Anna, thanks for picking up. I was saying, now, for those who have not interacted with me, the past weeks, my name has been an impression. What's it called? Has been attracting a lot of impressions. So there are people who actually enjoy out there tagging Marge, and then they get the retweets and get the impression. That is their objective. So it's not like they're calling out on Marge. So I have been stopped from doing spaces before. This is not the first one, like I said. But my official position on this is that this space is going to go on because we are supporting remotely. You cannot choose for me how to support. You cannot tell me that when I do this space, I'm going to be stopping somebody from going to demonstrate. That you're telling me that that person is of a weak mind and cannot make their own decisions. Let us have independent independent thinkers really going out there or even deciding consciously that they want to stay home. That is on them. Now, moving forward, if you feel that this space should not go on and you think that somebody in Germany is going to prevent somebody who's going to JKIA to go, you are really mistaken. But this space is going on. So do cloud chase if you must, but let us continue to help how we are helping. Last time, like Hannah rightly said, we had people telling us on the space what's going on. If you're down there and you see someone being abducted, please take a photo, take a video, share, tag me. I will retweet. I've been retweeting a lot of things there. So, and really, do not try to intimidate me. I've been intimidated. They tried to intimidate me a lot of times. That is getting old. So now, the next, we're going to go to Emmanuel, Gen Z, and then Emmanuel, 2 minutes each, and I'm going to have a marathon so that we get back to focus. Because those who are telling us to stop the space are also online. They're not demonstrating. How can we know if they're not sent by the regime itself? So Gen Z, then Emmanuel, 2 minutes each.
Thank you, Marge. Hope I'm audible and you can hear me.
Loud and clear. Please proceed.
Okay, my name is Gen Z. I'm at Keroka currently on my way to KC to join my colleagues in demonstrations. And thank you everyone in the space actually for holding this. Marge, all those that are coming we can call them intimidations. And for those people in the diaspora, then how would you participate if you can't be there physically to participate in the demos? Then the best way is better you hold these spaces, and those who are not able to attend to physical demonstration, they can be here and be collecting the information. Okay, now to the point. It's very sad that we are being intimidated every now and then. You heard what Baba Shalin said on Sunday at Bomet when he attended a church service. And he said that we are doing everything not by our minds, but we are being pushed by other political parties. And by the way, it's out of our hearts. We are doing it as our democratic right. We are doing it because we feel that we are not in the good state as a country. And someone informed Baba Shalin that soon will come after you in person. Not you see what you are doing currently. We are demonstrating because we want our rights to be met. What we are demanding are irreducible, and we cannot go back. We cannot relent. We are there. We will push, and soon we will come after you in person. And allow me to join my colleagues here at KISI in demonstrations. And to everyone who is in the demos, please, if you see anything happening fishy, take a video, take a screenshot, take a snapshot, make it circulate so that you see what is happening. And by the way, it's good if we can tag our friends who are on X so that every information is passed. And by that, allow me to tie a knot, and we meet in the evening at the space again.
Thank you so much, Gen Z, for staying within the 2 minutes. And as we continue, let's build a network. Let's not forget to build a network. Let's also share this space. Emmanuel, your next 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you. The only information that I wanted to pass through, we should not lose focus, considering other people's opinions that they come with it on this space. My information that I wanted to pass is just on the information that I got from my one of friends from the KDF.
Can somebody hear Emmanuel? I cannot hear him.
I can't hear him either.
Hello, Emmanuel?
I couldn't hear Emmanuel. Hannah, can you hear Emmanuel? Abdul Rahman, can you hear Emmanuel? Okay, Leila, take a go. I can hear you.
Okay, first of all, good morning, everybody. I'm actually calling Marge. I inboxed you today. I am in Switzerland right now. I'm in for treatment, but you cannot close the space because this is the only way we can participate to the country. In one of my Kenyan phones, I pass a lot of, in my status, what is going on. And I think it's very important that we have the X space because only this way I'm able to participate. And I really thank you very much for hosting this March. I feel that we have to fight. We have to go on. I'm a mother of Gen Z and Millennium, and I know what we've gone through. So we have to push, we have to support everybody. We have to support the Gen Z, and we have to work together. So it's not good to close the space, and I feel I am there. I would be there in front if I was in Kenya right now. My only way to do it is the way I'm doing it, by being online. So please keep the space on and let's participate whichever way we can, Marge, okay? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yes, there's also something else. I've been on space since it started. I'm always there with my name there. Maybe it doesn't look strange, but what I've noticed is that whenever you mention some kind of a name like KDF or something like that, you may find that sometimes the speakers are broken off. So I don't know how you're going to be, talking some of these things, but I did realize that when you mention some names, there are people just get broken from their speech. There must be some people that are listening to us and they try to get where we are or whatever we are. I've been also, I got a lot of threats online. I got threats with my Kenya number and so on. So we need to play it safe, but we have to continue. We have to fight on. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Leila. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you. Okay. I just mentioned there are some words when somebody mentions here on space, they get broken.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point where the previous speaker said KD, and before he said F, he was gone.
Yes.
So that we.
And I've been on space. Actually, Marge, I've always been there. I tried to inbox you from the very beginning, even Dr. and I wrote them an email, but I do know that this is happening. So we need to try and not mention some words so that we don't get so much broken.
So thank you so much, and thanks for your support from Switzerland. I had you. I think I read your inbox, and so guys, before there's a speaker before who was also from Kisii County sharing with us. Keep sharing on the situation on the ground. Like said, this space is a democratic space that protecting and supporting the right to picket, that is enshrined in the Constitution and every other rights there. So you will not stop us. For those who want to stop us, whoever has sent you, you go tell them to uh, give you more money. I don't know where they're gonna get it because increasing taxes has just failed. Long stuff.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. And then we get, after you, we go to Kevin. Kevin has been dropping here.
Okay, thank you, Marge, for starting this space. Actually, those people threatening you, why you opening the space? I don't know what's their aim. Like, people who are not currently in Kenya must open the space, continue supporting us. For those who are on the ground, you have to be in this space so that you can have a talk, so that you can know what to do, how to support. So I don't know. Actually nimeona hiyo tweet before hata niingie hii space nikashangaa, what do people really want? Anyway, the movement is still on, tunaendelea bado kupush for, lazima to push because for those who are in Kenya know the situation we are in. The situation is bad as bad. Ni mbaya kabisa, there's no jobs, so we must push for these changes to happen. Nimeona parliament imerudi after recess of 3 weeks. They're going to vet the CS who are nominated. After that nimesikia fununu there something like ati kuna uwezekano hiyo bill inaweza rudishwa parliament to be discussed on. So I don't understand what's going on. So sisi tuko kwa ground.
Thanks so much.
You guys
go on.
to support.
Much can I
You need
clarify the issue on Much can I
okay talk. Okay.
It is a matter of interest whether that bill can be revived, and we have asked the Law Society of Kenya in a space that they were hosting a citizens assembly. They said it was dead on arrival the moment a memorandum was sent back to Parliament by the current holder of the office of the President. So by law, it was not going to be operative. But if he would have ignored without signing and without sending back those clauses, it should have taken effect within 14 days. Yesterday, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, was as well asked by journalists about the possibility of it becoming into law, and he said their consideration of it, he said it is not possible for it to be a law anymore, but their consideration was just to delete those clauses so that it remains to be a blank bill with nothing that can be affected. But obviously the appropriations bill has been signed into law, so that appropriations bill is the one that they are going to use, and also the supplementary budgets that are going to be. So we are going to be watchful so that the supplementary budgets, when they ask for public participations, we are going to be active, and we are going to reject whatever punitive bill they might bring along our way. So it is not true that it's going to become the law. It just died like that. But I think they have a standing order in which once it has been returned, it has to be killed through deletion of those clauses. But we are going to watch and see whether whatever was said by Speaker Wetangula and whatever was said by the Law Society of Kenya will be true. Thank you.
Thanks, Abdi. And Longstaff, please.
Okay.
Please continue. Take 1 minute to land. We then interrupted you there, and then we're just gonna go have a marathon. I've just been reminded by a member here not to respond to the attacks that are coming my way because of this space, because he notes that some of them could be bots. So we are just going to concentrate on the matter at hand now. Longstaff, back to you.
Yeah. So you people who are in diaspora, you can support us. Actually, for me, I'm not on the ground. This is the first time I'm missing. Actually, because I was injured. As you can look at my pin tweet. I was injured. I'm nursing an injury. I'm currently in the house. So I would like for those who have anything to support us, you can reach out. You can reach us. You can reach me out if you have
Yeah.
anything to support me.
Did you get something from
Because
Hanifa?
we were told to send the details, but we're still
Okay.
waiting.
So
I think we're still
let's
waiting.
just really do follow the right procedure. Then do really remind her and even tag me. I will remind her again, because the last I read, there was still some money in there that they hadn't yet processed, and there were also people who are trying to really lie to her and the connish way of some of our people, which is very unfortunate. So do a tweet, tag her,
Yeah.
and everyone in the group will also amplify and say, Hanifa, kindly check on this. If because there's still money in there, we want to really just ensure that we don't invent wheels, where they are already. So please, 30 seconds as you finish, and then Kevin, so at least we have more people speak.
Okay, for me, actually, I'm done. I'd like to thank everyone who's supporting this movement.
Thanks.
Let's go
Kevin,
on.
over to you, 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you much. How are you? Are you getting me?
Loud and clear, kindly proceed.
Yes. Marge, just move on. Whatever you're doing, we are so much grateful. The support you're giving us. Forget about those people that are coming on space and giving me a warning. Forget about those guys. Let us be focused and let us continue. Actually, I've seen a video being dropped on X that there are some goons that are moving around now. So we need to be able to alert our people, those that are on the ground now, so that they be very careful and they be on watch. Because I've heard again that there are some that have been paid in Uhuru Park right now, being paid some money, the goons themselves. So let us be on watch, and it's a good job you are doing, and we are pressing on. We are not giving up. As much as we can't go out, we are coming on space and we are supporting the Gen Zs. So thank you so much, and let the spirit move.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Please do share the video on the comment section so that we can tag LSK for verification, and then they can take action. Joshua, you're next. Joshua, are you able to speak? Please, Joshua, take a go. 2 minutes.
Hello, Marge.
Hi, kindly proceed. I can hear you.
Hello. Okay, from my side, the issue I want to address about it is the issue concerning traffic police in our country. After this movement, I would like to go and occupy them because they are doing something which is causing some much pain to
Yes, but can we
PSD
please for
drivers.
today concentrate on the current democratic right that's going on, picketing today, because there are other things we can do later. Back to you. Joshua, can you hear me? Joshua has dropped. Karim, 2 minutes. Anyone else who can hear me on the panel, please raise your hand. Okay. AA, go, and then Kolo. I can't hear Kolo. So Hannah, and Abdul, when when AA finishes, tell me.
I'm there. I'm there.
Okay. Oh no, I think you're next. I cannot hear AA. So if he's speaking, that's a problem. So Abdul and
Okay.
Hannah,
Okay.
once he's finished,
Do you?
2 minutes, then you tell me, and then you continue.
Hello, Marge. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I'm wondering if others can hear. Kolo, who's speaking now?
Kolo is Kolo.
Okay. Kindly
Yes, thank
proceed.
you. Thank you very much. We have a right to protest. We have a right to picket, and that one is enshrined in our constitution. And I still wonder why the said president says that he's going to stop the demonstrations. So we have that right, and we still have to pursue the right that we need to we need to enjoy as Kenyans. And therefore, I stand with this. I stand with the Gen Zs, and I hope that still he needs to understand and make much moderate explanation on why he's trying to refuse on this, because it is not the peaceful demonstrators destroying their properties. They did say very well that the kind of people who have taken advantage of those who are demonstrating peacefully. I think that with the police in touch, with the government and all the kind of knowledge that they have, they need to identify these wrong people and arrest them and leave those of us who are enjoying the peaceful protest. So with those very many remarks, Maj, I believe that democracy in Kenya is on trial because we don't need to enjoy. We are not enjoying really what we fought for. So I think that with the government, they need to consider why are we going for demonstrations and why don't they do that we want them to do for us. So all we ask is all about transparency, accountability. Let them be people of sound mind. Let them think on why are they deterring the peaceful demonstrators. In other words, they're saying that the people who are infiltrating this, if they know these people, why don't they have the people arrested and let those people who are going on peaceful demonstration do? I think that is my submission. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kolo. I would like to clarify. Please mute. I'd like to share that during this space that some of you are trying to sabotaging and reporting multiply. We've just received information that somebody who's been abducted in Mombasa. I've requested the person to provide more information so that at least we can tag the LSK and have that being amplified. We do not want false information coming our way. That is why the person who has shared the information, please share more info. And that is why we say, take a video. Of course, in a way that the police doesn't see that you're videoing. Some of them, they will then beat you up. Take that video so that we have the evidence. You don't have any video, there's no evidence. So video, put the video out, tag me, tag these people, tag LSK, then we will amplify. That is the purpose also of the space, to support the people on the ground remotely. Karima, if you're not able to speak, you're gonna have to leave the mic because we don't want people clogging the space. The space is being interfered with. So can you open your mic, Karim Buba? Otherwise, we remove you. That is Karim Mweresa. Okay, he's not speaking. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
Marge.
go on. Yeah.
I've been waiting to be given the chance to speak. I've not been clogging there kindly.
No, sorry. This is not like a personal attack, but this is something that happens to us. That's why anytime nobody is speaking, we have to be very careful. We've learned from it. And as you can see, minutes ago, the space was very shaky. So take your 2 minutes and then you proceed.
Okay, thank you. I think even from the topic, from the heading of this space, standing with democracy in Kenya, I think since independence, even up to now, Kenya's been a democratic state which essentially means government run by the people. So far we are in this mess, the mess that is currently here. We are in our own mess simply because leaders that are there, we are the one who elected them, whether directly or indirectly, we put them there. So we are just living the consequences of our actions as Kenyans, because that's what democracy is. We are the people, so we are the rule. The rule of the people are us. So we have to sort our mess out since we put ourselves there and figure out a way going forward. We're gonna make better choices as we choose our leaders. I think that will be all for now.
Karim, thank you so much for really keeping within the 2 minutes. And Letaipa, we hope you can speak now. Over to you.
Thank you very much. I don't. Are you getting me?
Loud and clear.
Thank you. I've been here. My mic has been having some technical problem, but I think now I'm okay. Okay, let me just make also my submission concerning the topic today, standing with democracy, and maybe just to give an insight or enlighten us about democracy in its definition. Like democracy is a system of government in which state power is vested in the people or in the general population of a state. That is why today we are in the streets, because we think those whom we have given the chance to represent us have really failed us, and that is why today we are here. Most of us are on the streets, as you can see. Now hata mimi sasa niko kwa streets kupambana na hiyo maandamano, but the police are showing us the middle finger. It seems like they think they have the monopoly of power, just tear gassing and mistreating people. And so it is up to us to decide whether we want to keep this mess or we... Hello?
We can hear you. Kindly proceed.
Thank you. Just is getting some problem. But anyway, just to proceed. Venye maandamano inaendelea, so hii inaonyesha kwamba we are within, like we are concerned about our future and our governance. And that is why today we are feeling how we have been mistreated for so long. I have just read something here, like there is a name piece from where calling Gen Z's criminals. Those are the kind of people we trusted. That is how they're pissing on us. You see, they got no moral actually. These people are telling us as if like they own those places forever, but it's up to us to sanitize every system here in this government. So thank you so much. Let me stop there, and let's keep watching. This space actually has done us good because you can see the avenue where we can post and share what's happening on the streets so that it can be amplified out there. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Letaipa. And even as you try to post something that's happening on the street, your safety comes first. So be safe. Even as you take the videos, be safe. And thanks for joining us. Bonnie, let's take a go. I think you dropped many times. The chance is yours. 2 minutes. Ndio. Swahili, tunatumia Swahili na Kiingereza vile unataka. Ukitaka kuongea Swahili ni sawa. Karibu.
Mimi maoni yangu ni instead of kwenda kwa demonstration tunastahili tupate serikali advice. Yes?
Na tunakupata.
Sasa ninasema tunastahili tuuzie serikali sera, tuseme kama kama hizi affordable housing hawajenga mafactory na factory wangejiri watu wengi sana. Juu hizi affordable houses, okay, kuna vacancy ya kazi, but hiyo kazi mwisho itaisha. But factory, kama walijenga factory in form of affordable housing, wage employ watu wengi sana, kuja kwa na hii demonstration. Na maoni yangu ingine ni kumaliza corruption. Nauliza kama
Maj, I can't hear
I
anyone
can hear
speaking.
Bonnie speaking. Bonnie, 1 minute. Sorry, let's try after this. After Bonnie, if you can still not hear, then you can leave and come back. Bonnie, kindly finalize. Yes.
pia sana sema kumaliza corruption kwa hii Kenya, maybe tumalize pesa cash, tunatumia internet ndio kila mtu akiweka pesa kwa account anauliza walitoa wapi. Saa cash iishe ndio corruption at least decrease kidogo. Hii affordable housing si hatutaki, tunataka factory. Juu factory itajiri watu wengi na ni kitu long lasting. Juu hii affordable housing hata itajengwa na kazi mwisho itakuja kuisha. Si mnaona hivyo? Sasa kazi ikisha affordable housing, sasa next tutaenda wapi? Na hii affordable houses si ya mama boga, unaona hatuwezi afford kununua hizo pesa wanasema. My dear, ya mwisho ni tuache kuimport hizo vitu kama tissue. Tunaweza tengeneza mafactory huku kwetu Kenya, juu tunaokota tax mingi sana. Tunaemploy watu hao wanaenda huko kwa demonstration. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sasa Bonnie, ni hivi, hizo vitu zote tuna advise zingekuwa zinafanyika vizuri, watu hawangetoka nje. So kwa saa hii vile vijana hawana kazi, ndio inafanya pia watu wanatoka nje. So kuna sababu imefanya watu wametoka nje leo, na hizo vitu hizo ni days zenye zimepita, na hiyo ndio sasa focus ya mjadala wa leo. Ili hali na kuelewa, na sitaki nataka kuambia kuwa hizo maneno tunaongea tunaweza kuongea baadaye, but let us focus today on what is going on at the moment. People are already demonstrating. They have a right to demonstrate. How are you defending the right of demonstrations as we proceed? That is the focus of the space today, ladies and gentlemen. Unstoppable, over to you. Abdul Rahman, kindly check if you can listen to, if you can hear Unstoppable. If not, then you would really just log out and come back. That has been happening to me. I'm also not hearing a lot of people sometimes, but they're also attacking and reporting the space. Unstoppable? Unstoppable, can you hear me? Okay, Simon, go. Simon?
Simon, are you there? Simon, unaitwa Simon?
Simon, I'm a drop ni sawa. Let's go by Eras. Ndiangui. Yes.
One announcement, Marge. I don't know if you've seen, and somebody DM'd me, and I think I've seen some tweets in regards to that. There's some on your way to the airport. There is some hired goons who are on motorbikes on border. So just be aware. If you see a group of borders, more than 5, then just you have to raise your suspicion and do not just fall into their trap. It's just a warning. It could be true, it cannot be true, but you can never be too careful. Thank you, Maj. Go on.
Thanks, Hannah. Let's cue in Duncan and then Onje in that order. Abdul, can you hear them now? JK, kindly proceed. Okay, anyone in the space who can hear me, raise your hand up and then I see and you proceed, because we are currently having some technical issues due to Sabotage.
Can anyone hear Maj? Anybody? If you can put your hands up, if you can hear the host. Online, I can see you have your mic open. Go on.
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon, everyone. So
Good afternoon to you.
the issue here is right now people have not been demonstrating for a long time, and the reason for demonstration is not because the government doesn't know what it should do, but it is because the government knows what it should do, but it is not doing that. That is the reason as to why people are outside there now demonstrating. And the current president, if you go back, there is one of the people who was rejecting the 2010 constitution. And I don't know the plans which he had that made him oppose the constitution, but it all went the other way when he lost and the constitution passed. Now the constitution is over here catching up with him when he is now the president. The demonstration are so organic, but the president still believes that the Gen Z and the millennials, who are most of the youths currently, are being funded by some organization, which is not true. It is organic because we are learned, we understand whatever is expected of the government because we are paying taxes, whether you are unemployed or you are employed, whether you are doing any other thing, you are paying taxes, because even if you go to buy bread, you find that it is much lower. Then when you view at the VAT, that one is a tax which is going to the government. You are employed somewhere, you are getting a money which has already been taxed. Then this money which has already been taxed, you use it to pay rent, which is the landlord is being taxed. You go to buy something and that something is also being taxed. You bought a vehicle, the vehicle is using fuel which is being taxed. So tax is everywhere. Then the politicians, because I'm very sure they are not leaders, they are just politicians. They are coming to tell us the country is not having money. They found empty coffers. And then they are bringing things which are not supposed to be, like the affordable housing. It is not just about the affordable.
Can you hear him?
Onje was speaking. Onje, go on.
I think we've lost Onje.
Okay.
Onje, kindly unmute your mic. You are muted. Unmute your mic.
Okay, sorry for that. So when I can speak of affordable housing, I don't think it is about something to do with providing settlement or providing residence for the citizens of Kenya, but it is something which wants to, it is going so much deeper into going to control our rural areas, going to bring the people from the rural so that they occupy the towns, and then they are going to, because there is a clause in the 2024 financial bill which was talking about the free land which we are earning, which we are inheriting from our forefathers, going to be taxed. They want to own like everything, just the way you see our facilities, like the airport. People are not going to occupy the airport because they are just demonstrating. There is a reason behind that, because the airport is almost going. So we are knowing these things, and they are bringing they are bringing things like we have the Maisha card right now. It is something which is going to be implemented slowly by slowly, but they have a goal to achieve in the long run. It will be something which will be used later to torture us, because they will now use it. It has an expiry date, and our bank cards will be linked to it, our passports and everything. When you will be rebelling against a system which is now not working, like right now we are rebelling against a system which is not working, they will be just shutting down, and you will not be able to travel, you will not be able to transact, and you will now have to adapt to a system which is not working for you. So they are just trying to implement things which will be allowing them to control us slowly by slowly. And in case we give him a chance to continue, that in case we keep quiet and give him a chance to continue ruling, he's going to re-strategize and come back energetically, because the way I've known Ruto for the longest time, I don't think forgiveness is in his right books. He doesn't know how to forgive. And even from the recent happenings we have observed, if I can, you have observed very well, this guy doesn't know something like forgiveness. He'll keep the enemy closer. You'll even be given a post within the government, then he'll be done to you. That is all
Yeah.
I have to say, but we have to continue fighting until the end. Thank you very much.
Thanks. There was only one thing I want to correct. Technology is one thing that's really good to embrace, and whereas I know that there are some countries that really would use the technology wrongly, let us try to also get facts as we move on, so that we don't just blanket condemn technology. There are, of course, other services that were provided before which did not make sense, and there were just a complete waste of money. But let us now also just reroute back to the topic of today, as we emphasize and support the right to picketing of Kenyans as enshrined in the Constitution. Unstoppable, I'm giving you the mic again. You keep dropping. Unstoppable, Simon, Fabian, and Wilson in that order, 2 minutes each. Abdul, can you hear Unstoppable? Can anyone hear him speaking? Can anyone hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. So Kolo, go, and then Simon. Unstoppable, I'm going to have to remove you so that you sort your mic issues. Kolo, go, and then you go to Simon, and then Fabian.
Oh, thank you. I still stand with the democracy, and I just have some few submissions to put across. Let's talk of the issue, the ground. That is Mandaman that is now going on. There was this person who, I don't know when or which day that was. There was this person who was talking in space and gave some good analogy of a school principal or maybe a head teacher. A school is functional if there is a good organization, a good administration that is in place. And then that is the analogy he was talking about. He was saying that if a principal is not there keeping in check of his teachers and everything, and now the performance of the school diminishes, then the complaint or everything that is the people around the community, there will be the doubt will be on the principal. And then they will be saying that the principal should go vacate and get another new principal. And that is where we are. We're in a situation whereby a country where we are led with somebody by somebody who is not serious at all. Remember, we talked about dissolution of the cabinet, which indeed he heeded to the call. And after him heeding the call, we thought that now that there are a lot of people who are not employed currently in the government, or currently very many youths who have all that it takes. These youths need to be absorbed in some governmental position, and they need to earn a living from that. And then we are finding that the same government, after dissolving the people whom we said are not working for us, people who are living in an opulent life, who are arrogant, we told them to send them away, which he did. Now we are seeing the same government bring the same people who are sent away. So we are wondering, out of 50 plus millions, where are other people who can work in the same government? So that is the question, that why I'm supporting democracy and why I'm supporting Mandamano. Now, the last point, please, if I don't take that much time. Remember, we have the opposition, which was then the Azimio Brigade. These people are now dining with the government. And why are they doing this? They are doing this because of their selfish. Hello?
Yes, I can hear
Somebody
you.
please.
I can hear you. There's a mic. First call, I have to mute your mic, or we'll mute you.
Okay, thank you. So I was going on saying that the opposition are now dining with the government, and we do not have, we as the Gen Zs, we were and millennials, we are saying that if the opposition are the same people who should be there to keep the government in check, and then they're not doing their work. Remember the time that Mandamano was now, Raila and his brigade were doing the Mandamanos. People were being killed and said that now it is just, the government just was formed in some few months back, and now they have decided to cause mayhem and everything in the country. So people could listen to them and they were understood, which again, we are told that after them, there was some committee that was formed, and later we are seeing the committee just recently after our Mandamanos. They came in place. So why do I support Mandamano? And that is democratic, which is our democratic right. Because through Mandamano, we have enjoyed much of support and much of persuasion to the government, whereby even those negotiations of the whatever they had with the opposition about the IBC, we can see that that bill was passed and assented by the president, which of course that was the fruit of Mandamano. But now the problem here is that the opposition, whom we really helped, because now we've taken charge as the opposition. So this opposition are hijacking our movement. And why do they have to hijack this? Because they believe that they have occupied the space in the country, which again they can have to associate with the government and control their businesses, which again we don't want that, because there are few of us, very many of us, not even few, very many of us would not have jobs. So we support this this movement by ensuring that our democratic right, which is procession peacefully, is respected. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thanks. Abdul, just before I give you the mic, fast Halane, I've been unmuting you and you keep muting. If you unmute again, if you're not speaking, we're going to assume that you're distracting the space and remove you. Not unless you have something urgent. Is there something urgent from the ground?
No, there's nothing urgent, but I would like to add my view over
Yes,
the.
but then you have to wait for others who are also have been waiting. So just mute your mic, and then we will cue you in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Abdul Rahman.
What is the name of the speaker that you told to wait?
Fast Halane.
He could go and then I will go. I just wanted to guide the forum. We stick to the issues pertaining to today's exercise of Article 37, right to demonstrate unarmed and peaceably, and to present petition to public authorities. Any other issue, any other emerging issue coming from today's exercise of Article 37 is what we are addressing on this particular space. But after this, we will have another forum in which now we can give the direction where the revolution and the movement is taking. So kindly do not take us back to discuss the direction we want things to go after today. Let us first deal with today. We cannot talk about future, the things we will achieve future, when today our demonstration is being frustrated by hired goons and all that. So when you come here, I will expect you will address maybe reasons why we are demonstrating. There is no problem with that, but let us focus on today, the happenings. If we can have people on the ground briefing, especially those people are away from our country. If you are on site and any part of the country you have any happening, you can also let us know. Those kind of briefings I think are going to be important, and thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Abdul. So we go to Simon, then Fabian, 2 minutes each.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Today's I support the change that we are looking for, and I support everything that is going on even today. Democracy, number one, must be supported by the government, because maybe we say there is saying that we have heard, and there is the other hand which shows that you are supporting democracy. Maybe in our the past, even the past regimes, we have seen them saying that we support democracy, but they are not doing the democracy itself. So I support the move of today and also the demonstration, because this morning I heard someone from Djibouti who told me that you Kenyans, you are better even than our country, just because we are far much ahead. But having said that, we still need to see good governance, employment, and all those things. Again, what I would like to say is we also, as people in Kenya supporting democracy, we need to look at one thing. The things that we have today, maybe for instance, for example, the JKIA, the equipment, everything that is there. Even if we change everything, those are the things that we still need to see in place. So I'd like to say, let us do democracy in a right way. Let us not destroy anything. Let us not burn anything. Let us do it peacefully, knowing that the things that are in place, we still need them tomorrow. So may you be blessed, all of you, even as you come out to support democracy and to say what is in your heart. Because again, we need to see that we are not doing
Kind,
it in anger.
yeah, kindly land, please. We have other people waiting. 30 seconds to.
Okay.
Yes, thanks.
Thank you so much. Let us not lead into anger, but let us do it peacefully, knowing that everyone belongs to Kenya and we need everyone, even tomorrow. God bless you. Good day.
Thanks so much, Simon. Are you on the ground or are you not? You can only answer if you want to. Okay.
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. And
Yes.
do share with us about the happenings on the ground. Fabian, as we continue, let's stick to the happening of today. Over to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Kindly proceed.
Okay, for me today, I'm supporting this Mandamano because it's part of the powers that we have been given by the Constitution. As you can see now, the Kenya that we have, if we citizens we cannot come up with the ideas, that this government is now frustrating the citizens. Because the reason why is it I'm saying this, you can see immediately when president comes into power, what he usually do is that now he will have to use our taxpayers' money to buy some few members for opposition, so that he can have a quorum to fight the policies, however much they're not good for citizens, but for him, he thinks that it is working for him. He'll just decide to use our money, buy the opposition, some few opposition. When he's trying to have a legislative policy, he'll have also to buy some few members, so that he can just do away with any policy that he thinks that is favorable to him, however much that it is not favorable to the citizens. For today, I support. We support our groups, what they are doing, because it is the only way that we'll have to secure our country. Now, our country is being run by cartels. As you can see now, our airports, we have that little information that it has already gone. The other day we were talking about the agriculture. Now it's being directed to multinationals company. That is why those policies that the government has introduced on agriculture, it's not favoring those even young people who do their business along the road. So for me, I think the only best way that we can do with our government is just to say enough is enough, and as the constitutions allow us to pick those powers, Now, even in Eldoret, you can see now we have started to walk around. However much that we have those threats from the authorities in counties and what, but we stand for democracy. I don't have much to say, but this is the only way to fight corruption in our country and also to try to propagate this democracy that is young in Africa, and we have been setting the pace for the rest of African
Thank you
countries.
so
Thank
much,
you.
Fabian, for logging in from Eldoret, you say. As we say, the purpose of this space is to support. Now, look at the tweet that I just tweeted, retweeted or quoted. That is a tweet from Polo Kimani, who is showing us what's going around on at the CBD. There seem to have been an anti-protest going on also. Some of them are paid goons, and so he has shared a video. Kindly take a look. Kindly amplify, kindly tag also the authorities, because we cannot have a situation whereby people are going off on each other. And so just make sure we use also this space to highlight the ongoing issues on the ground. That's the purpose of the space. As I now give the mic to Dalman. Dalman, take 2 minutes. Okay, Dalman cannot hear me. Let's go to Frederick. Frederick, can you hear me? Okay, anyone in the space who can hear me, raise your hand up and take a go. Abdul, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
There's
you, Matt.
something going on with the space, but it's not shocking. Let's add others. Let's see, because those who are not well, just on the mic and not speaking. Daliman, I had given you a chance to speak and you did not speak. Kindly also understand that you're trying to protect our space. To John. And those on the ground who are on the CBD, as you see the video, the video that I've shared from Polo Kimani, kindly check if you're around there, know that that is what is going on, see on how you can protect yourself. Now, we have people on the panel. Okay, Victor, take a go. Victor, proceed. You raise your hand. Okay. Who else can speak?
John is dropping.
He's talking.
I can see John is dropping. Let's give to
Victor
Victor.
has raised his hand, but he's not speaking.
Victor, it's your turn now.
Okay, we'll do something different. Anyone in the space, can you hear me? If you can hear me, if you're on the panel and can hear me, please raise your hand. Otherwise, you're going to remove you and add other speakers. Okay, so let's remove the current speakers and add others, because probably somebody else is tampering with your mic and we don't know who that is. Just 1 minute.
Madge, you can remove me as a speaker. I'll just listen. But I think you need to help some of the people on the ground with their microphones. I think that's a problem.
Yes, but we can only help if they say something or even text. Like the other one texted, and we were able to help. Yeah. So thanks for highlighting that. So keep checking the comments, and keep also checking the timeline to see what's going on the ground, and do share on the comment section, because that is at the moment, that's one of the ways as who are not on the ground can help, by highlighting those issues, telling people this is what is going on, and then they can see and move on safely. Okay, let me remove you as we add others, and then they can when they have issues with the speakers, they can let us know. DK. DK, can you hear me? Mutua Nomis? Okay. On the panel, who can hear me? If you can hear me, raise your hand.
Yes, I can hear you.
Take a go.
Okay, Maj, I was just suggesting that maybe we have exhausted all the points for today. It's like they wanted a new topic.
So Joshua. Just hold on.
Yes.
There are people who have spoken. Why are you striking that people who have not yet spoken?
Hey. Yo.
Okay, the space is acting up. Rover? Okay, who's the next on the mic who can speak? Raise your hand. Okay, let me keep adding as I remove the others. We're gonna have to start afresh.
Yeah, essentially, Amaj, as we are waiting for more speakers to come up, I have 2 or 3 things to say. One, we can see the concerted efforts to destabilize the protest by use of border riders. The way I know border riders, they do not make much money from their hustle. Majority of them, like 70 or 80%, do not own those rides. They belong to people, bosses, where they send money every day or at the end of the week. They send money, or they take a loan from some of those predatory lenders who overcharge them. A bike that's supposed to cost around 80 or 90,000 Kenya shillings usually goes for 180 or 200,000 Kenya shillings. So if any of them is here listening, or you have someone you know that owns a bike and is in the border industry and business, I think right now they are the weakest link to our revolution. And I must condemn the actions that they are doing in the CBD and Mombasa Road this morning, attacking revolutionaries who are agitating for reforms. Secondly, I want to warn them that they do not own the monopoly of violence. It's only that we want to operate within the confines of law so that we're able to defend ourselves against the state. But a time will come also when we might decide to cancel them and their business, and also to defend ourselves. So they do not own the rights to call for order when nothing is working in the system. When we know majority of them resort to that because they cannot find any other meaningful employment, because the opportunities meant for them are given to children of politicians and relatives of politicians or people close to politicians. So I am heartbroken seeing this coming from brothers in the border industry, that they want to frustrate this because probably someone has given you a full tank fuel, as it's being alleged, and maybe 1,000. For how long are you going to use in this harsh economy that 1,000 or that full tank fuel that someone is giving you? So we need to call them out and call order and call them to order and tell them, you know what, gentlemen, you do not have monopoly of violence, and we are going to think and to discuss and to deliberate on a strategy to counter you, just like we did to those people that used to infiltrate and cause mayhem and loot shops, and we decided we're going to be doing citizens arrest. So I am so maddened and I'm feeling so discouraged that the people that we are fighting for are up in arms against us. They're up in arms against us without knowing that some of these reforms also are going to affect them. For example, when police usually target some of these boda riders and in the name of they are engaged in crime, in runaway crime and all that, they're the ones that usually targeted by these killer cops. Remember the case of Willie Kimani? Willie Kimani was killed because a boda rider was seeking justice against a cop that had attacked him. And because he reported them to the ICJ international, I think the ICJ, then something court of jurist or something, and that NGO started pursuing that cop. And when they were going to court, the cops organized on how Willie Kimani and his lawyer and his taxi driver were going to be disappeared. So we are in this struggle for all of us. Boda people, you have more likelihood to be attacked and killed more than any ordinary youth out there. But your thickness and your stupidity doesn't show you that we are doing this for the betterment of the whole country. When the prices of commodities come down, it will come down for you as well, because you yourself, after getting 300, 400, 500 in a day, ferrying people, you're the one to benefit when commodities are affordable, because you'll be able to save. When you get an accident and then the medicines, the clinics and the hospitals are not staffed with competent medics to fix your fractures, it is for you that we are fighting to ensure that dispensaries closest to you can save your lives even before you're referred to level 5 and level 6 of this country. So you need to stop thinking this short-sightedness and thinking that 1,000 can save your problem today. And in case you have a friend who runs a boda business, you need to talk to them, muambie sisi tunawapigania pia wao wenyewe na tunapigania kila mwananchi. Hospitali na mashule zikiwa na walimu vizuri na hospitali zina madawa, hizi amount kidogo wataweza kujijenga naye na mpaka mtu kusave na kubuy assets nazo. Lakini kila kitu kipata saini ya chakula na madawa na school fees, ama sometimes you go in debt. Pikipiki sometimes hata ni ya wenyewe kwa sababu hizo overtaxation of importation of these spare parts and all that. So it just breaks someone's heart that you're fighting for them, na mtu naye analipwa anakuja behind your back na anakufight. So guys, let us know we are each other's keeper, na Kenya ikibadilika itabadilika for you boda rider, na itabadilika kwangu, na itabadilika mpaka kwa ule watchman, itabadilika mpaka kwa mwalimu, kwa daktari, kwa engineer, kwa wakili na mpaka kwa president. So kila mtu ajue we are within the law, and whatever tunafanya hakuna mtu ambaye tuna mess up. Asante maji.
Thank you so much, Abdul Rahman, for really underlining that. And it shouldn't come as a surprise, because in one of the spaces when this really started, we had people come out and confess themselves that they were paid to push certain narratives, and then now they were regretting. And another thing that's really also come that they were saying on the space is that they were even accusing the person who had paid them for giving away their numbers, because that is how the police would then trace them, So that people are going to be paid is not something new. It's unfortunate, but it's not new. But just like Abdul Rahman says, that is not a long-lasting solution. We have an issue. Actually, we wanted to really just put these issues after the space, but now that some border people are being used to disturb the demonstration, I like to say that if people, and you're on the ground and you can hear me, go and ask the nearest border person you see if that bike belongs to them. And even those who buy the bodas, the companies that are selling those bodas never give them the logbook. The system allows the border people to be used. They keep using them, and they're the same vulnerable people who are coming to disrupt the change that could come. So I've spoken about this many times, even tagged some of those people who call themselves big influencers. They don't do anything about it. And as an example, because you people assume that because we are far away, it doesn't affect us. I personally bought for somebody a border years ago, in cash. Until today, I've never received a logbook for that. And when I was sending that person, that's when I realized there was a queue of people going all at the same time to ask for the logbook. They're not being given. What is happening? The system is set in a way that Abdul is going to be given a boda boda on a loan. Abdul is being told you pay daily. Paying daily is a very risky affair. So they're actually, while they're selling it to you, they want to repossess it. So they don't even have the intention of giving you those logbooks. These are things that are happening, but we're going to concentrate on that as we move forward. Today, we just want to concentrate on them. Demonstrations, right to demonstrate. As I'm trying to add Emmanuel again, Abdul, can you see him? Emmanuel, are you on the mic? Otherwise, let's go with Joachim.
Hi guys. Hello, Marge.
Joachim, can you
Hello,
hear me?
Marge.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Kindly proceed.
Yeah, I just had one point to add on the border, and I'm sorry to say, I don't mean, I'm speaking from the US. I'm in North Carolina right now, and you can hear some noise in the background. I'm sorry, I'm at work. I'm heading on the border. I'm sorry to say, not all of them, but if you see, most of the border guys are the illiterate ones. The agencies, most of our agencies are people with degrees, learned people who know what they're looking for. Border don't even understand. They don't even understand the meaning of this mandamano. So somebody needs to talk to them. They need some civic education to understand what's really going on in their country. They're just used, and by the end of the day, they're the one who suffer the most. That's my point.
Thank you so much. And so, as people were listening, another person has sent us a video of the Boda goons. I've just shared it. Check on my timeline and do amplify. We go to Delaman. Delaman had added you, but now,
Hi, Marge.
yeah, if you can hear me, continue.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Kindly proceed. And Emmanuel, thanks for joining from the US. I think at the moment it's even very late there. Thanks for just supporting any way you can. Civic education, any other way. Let's just support each other. Della, continue.
Okay, on the borders goons, even me, I'm just right from town right now. I've seen the matatu drivers, the conductors at tea room town, also carrying rungus, chasing away the protesters. If they see you carrying a flag or the whistle, they chase you. So that's what we know in this protest, and let us not give up. And another thing, if I don't know if you will get my idea, for this thing to move on, let us not lose hope. And the hashtag is Ruto must go. That's what we are trying to do now. And the power of the president is at the parliament. Let us focus on the parliament. Let us call for the parliament to dissolve. If the parliament dissolve, no way the president will gain power. Hapo atashuka hata kama nini mbaya, nini itakuwa noma atashuka. Acha to dissolve hii parliament ndio anguke nayo kabisa, because that's where anapata hizi makiburi zote, anasema enough is enough, anatuongelesha vibaya, lakini he does not speak for the right, he does not speak for the right of the people. Watu wanakufa, hajaongelelea, hata yeye bado anazidi tu kupiga kifua eti watu let us see enough is enough. Pia atatoa watu wake. What are those? Acha hii parliament ianguke, tuite parliament mpya, watu wachaguliwe wapya. Hata president yeye mwenyewe, parliament ikianguka, hapo ndio nguvu yake inatoka. Hiyo parliament ianguke. Mimi niko tu na hayo tu.
Thank you so much. Let me see. Joachim, can you now speak? Otherwise, you go to Dr. Eric.
Hi, Marge. Marge, can you
I
hear
can
me?
only see your mics rotating. So anyone who can speak in the panel, people are sabotaging the space. So if you can speak, raise your hand and speak.
Okay. Can you hear me, Marge?
Okay, Oko, kindly go. Yeah.
Thank you once again for the opportunity.
Can you people hear Oko?
Yes, we can
you
hear
guys hear? Okay, thank you. So I was saying that on the topic of today, standing with democracy, I want to look at another provision of the Constitution, which I think the government has directed its gun towards in order to suppress the freedom of.
Wanipata?
I'm on the floor, kindly.
Hello.
Yes, kindly proceed. I cannot hear other people, but can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. Nashukuru sana kwa kunipa hii
Okay,
nafasi.
let's do something else.
Yes. Nashukuru sana kwa kunipa hii nafasi kwa mahono niliyo nayo katika in our democracy, in our nations. Kusema ile ukweli, maangano mpango tuko nao kama jinsi, na vile tunaona rais anasema na vile tunaona mambo yanatendeka. Kama leo tukiangalia venye inatendeka sasa, kuna watu wa bodaboda wameshukuliwa kuletwa town center, na hiyo ni kumaanisha ya kwamba ni kitu ambayo sisi kama jinsia tutafanywa kile tulikuwa tunahitaji. Juu unaona kuna mtu mwingine kati ya serikali, kuna mtu wa bodaboda ameshukuliwa pale, atalipwa pesa. So kwa maoni yangu sioni kama tunapeleka ile inastahili. Ni swali kuuliza, nataka nijibiwe hiyo swali kati yenyu. Kama kuna mtu anaweza nijibu, please naomba nijibiwe hiyo swali. Kama sisi manjenisi tutasaidika, watu mabodaboda wameshukuliwa, wameletwa town pale katikati, tusifanye jambo lolote pale, na kuna serikali. So kuna watu katikati yetu, kuna government na kuna watu wengine katikati yetu. Naomba nijibiwe swali kama ile swali yetu tulikuwa tunauliza rais, kama tunaweza jibiwa. Asante.
Asante Rova, sikuwa nakusikia kwa the main handle. Hillary, I've seen you. Welcome to the space. Feel free to check the mic. Morris Oko, you are speaking. Oh, Abdul Rahman, whom did you cue?
Yeah, am I?
Hello.
Yes, Morris, kindly proceed.
Thank you.
Swali yangu ni
Hi.
Okay, hold on, Maurice. Rova,
Yeah,
were you done?
Marge, I haven't spoken yet. I was waiting for you to give me heads up so that I can start. But thank you for the.
Si sasa unaona wananipiga vita na huko wananizuiaga. When you start speaking, they start blocking your mic and clogging the space. But who was speaking? Maurice, if you can help me, who was speaking before?
Actually, I was the one speaking, and then I'm seeing the mic. I mean the mic of Abdul Rahman is on, so I think is either he's speaking or he has not muted.
Okay, I'll inbox him. But meanwhile, let Rova continue as I inbox Abdul Rahman here.
Okay, thank you, Marge.
Am I saying that my mic is on?
Yes.
Sorry, let me mute.
Okay, thank you, Abdul Rahman. Okay, now there's a speaker who just asked question about the border guys and if Ruto will listen to us. Okay, now I think this fight is beyond Ruto. We are talking about a failed government. Which
yes, yeah, I'm talking about the government.
Yes, unfortunately, or fortunately, the government is, or the system is headed by Ruto now. So if we focus this on Ruto, we will lose our course. For one, if you come to border guys, these guys have been used for ages in bringing disrupt during election period or any other function that is going on that the politicians don't want it to happen because it's not favoring them. So these border guys, as most of us know, these guys are literally in the guys that ukiangalia mtu wa bodaboda analipa almost 2,000
per week, and these guys are making like 400, 500 per day. So hawa serikali wanatumia hawa watu kwa sababu wanajua wako vulnerable. They will go for the 500 or even 1,000 that they give them, anawaangalii beyond that. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu wanajua hawa watu wako vulnerable, na hii pesa hii 500 wanawapatia kwao, wanajua hawa watafanya nini, watawafuata kwa sababu ya ile njaa wako nayo. Okay, hii system imekuwa kitu manipulate the same way. The other Kenyans now, wacha tukitoa boda kando, the serikali pia imekuwa manipulate sisi wengine hivyo. How? One, boda wana manipulate kwa sababu wanajua hawa watu wako na njaa, so tukiwapatia 500 they will bow down na wafanye vile sisi tunawaambia. Number 2, wamekuwa wakitu divide in terms of tribalism. Hakuna mtu ajui, mtu anakuja hapa anaanza kutuambia, oh, sisi watu wa kwetu hatujapatiwa kiti, so msifanye nini. So wewe unaangalia unasema, yenyewe kwa nini tribe yetu isipatiwe hii? Kwa nini tribe yetu inanyimwa hii? So these politicians and the system have for years tried to manipulate us na zile vitu wanajua tuko vulnerable nayo. So hii fight ya revolution, times and again, Kenyans wenye huko nje wanasikia vizuri, time and again tumejaribu kuanza from downwards going upwards, in the sense that tunajaribu kuangalia tutafanyaje hii kitu tukitumia constitution ndo we emerge victorious, but imefail kwa sababu hawa watu wako kwa serikali wamezoea kumanipulate hii constitution. The MPs and the CSS wote wana bow down kwa ile political party mwenye kwa hapo, kama ni ODM ni Raila, UDA ni Ruto. So tukisema tunaenda the right way, it will, kwa sababu at the end of it all meza ikue okay, tunafuata constitution. Haya, tuende, inafika mahali wale watu tulichagua, the MPs wenye wanafaa ku voice ile maono yetu, kwa sababu sisi ndio tuliweka pale, wao hawafanyi vile sisi tunawaambia. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu wako na master wao hapo juu. So the master ata manipulate kitu yoyote yenye tunataka kutengeneza to their benefit. So me I think tunafaa kukata kichwa, tuanze huku juu, tutoe Ruto, then sasa hao wengine wako hapo chini yake yote tuteremke tukiwa skin kila, yani we start from juu tukiteremka chini, kwa sababu imekosa kuwork kuanzia chini kupanda juu, kwa sababu in the middle of the journey hapa hivi they will come manipulate us, then fight inaisha, watu wanakosa moral, wanaendelea kutufanya vile wanataka. So guys, I think kwa mwenye anaweza participate kwa maandamano, do so. Kwa mwenye hawezi, there's so many ways you can support this movement. One, you can educate watu wako karibu na wewe, make them understand ni nini tuna fight, kwa sababu out here utasikia some of our parents are saying, oh, sasa nyinyi mnataka vita, mbona huyu jamaa atawaua, mbona mnafanya hivi, wachenini na mambo ya vita. They don't know. For them to support us, we need to educate them, ndo tuoneshe si hivi mnaona, si it's not the things that you guys see on the media, V4 and whatever. So there are some things, these people are stealing our money, these people are taking loans.
Rover, can you kindly land? We are doing 2 minutes each, and actually we're having a technical issues because like at the main host, my mic has been absolutely muted.
Yes.
Abdul, the co-host, has been dropped. By good luck, Hillary had joined.
Yes.
Hillary, test the mic. We see if you're able to speak.
Hey, Madge. Hey,
Hi,
Madge.
how are you?
Yeah. Good. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So as you guys fighters out there, because you're in the diaspora, you even see, even as we get those attacked sometimes, but the thing is, if I go on with the handle, the main handle, and it will drop the whole space. So Rover, 30 seconds to finalize, and then let's proceed. Hillary, take over as I try to get hold of Abdul Rahman.
Okay, the Rover maliza alafu tuweke mtu mwingine. Asante sana.
Okay, thank you Maj.
I'm here, Maj. I wanted to speak.
Emmanuel, wait. The Rover alafu kila mtu anue mikono. Please let us see your hands when you want to speak. I think that in order will help us to make the space more productive. The Rover, go ahead.
Thank you. Wacha nimalizie guys. Okay. To guys out there, tafadhali, these people are selling us fears, na tunawaambia sisi tuko broke, hatununui hizo fears zao. So hii mambo ya bodaboda na hii yote ni vitisho. Let us not bow down to their threats. Tueliminishane wenye wako nyumbani, wenye wako kwa street, and the goal here is to tap the system from above, tuirekebishe kwenda chini. So thank you guys. To other speakers.
Asante, ubarikiwe sana. Emmanuel, go ahead. Lakini let us see your hand, because we have many requests coming in, so that we can follow in that order. Emmanuel, go ahead.
Thank you, Hillary Gonti. Thank you for this opportunity. What I just want to say is that we should not be self-fierce by these puppets and the tyrants of this country. We should remain strong. We will not retreat and will not surrender. We need to remain on the course, because since we began this fight, at least we have seen that there are positive results in our country. The president few weeks ago, he fired all the CSs, but the problem that he did again is reinstating the same people, the same criminals who have been stealing for us. So I just want to say, let's be strong. We should not be instilled fear by these people. This issue, or the financiers of the border people who are being brought to streets, maybe to scare our people, we are not going to take those fears. But I just want to say that let's always come out in numbers, because even if maybe when we are when we are less, when we turn up in street, when we are few, these people, they will take advantage and they will actually molest us, they will beat us. So let's turn up in numbers, and let's do it today. Even me, I'm in Nakuru County right now, and I'm mobilizing a big number of youths so that we can turn up in the street to show this government of the tyrants that until they listen to our clarion call, we are going not to relent and will not surrender until we see our demands are met. Corruption is all over, it's rampant in our country, and we are not seeing any development in our country. Public money are being just dished out by these cartels, and there's nothing that is going on. So we need the government to see that we are serious on this, and we are not going to be cowardized by anybody. Thank you, Hillary Gondi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Flo, go ahead. Flo, go ahead. Flo Nyaga. Flo, you are not there? Okay,
hello, you can hear me now?
Yeah, nakusikia.
Okay, personally, I wanted to say that, okay, what our young people are doing is very important. Hata mimi naendaga maandamano saa zingine. The last time I went to maandamano, I was very scared because that is when the looting was very high up. So today I was like, sasa niende nisiende. So niko na ile wasiwasi, but I'm very, 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 very involved in hii movement yetu, and I'm very happy. And I'm very happy that kuna hao vijana ambao wanajitokeza. Mimi, I wanted to say something, The government is coming up with ways to discredit us, calling us goons, like calling us a small group of people. Yesterday, Ruto said that a small group of people. ndio inafanya mambo isiendelee hii Kenya. I think they bring goons amongst this peaceful maandamano and call us unatuita watu wa kuharibu mali. What we need to do is rethink our maandamano strategy. I think the idea I have personally is if we can come out in large numbers, maybe we can demonstrate even on our knees, you know. We can demonstrate on our knees because I don't think there's kuna police hata mmoja stupid enough to point a tear gas or a bullet on a kid who is down on his knees crying for his country. If you come out in large numbers, we can even walk on our knees to the State House, ama to wherever we are going to go, and when we reach to our destination, we sit there until we get results. I think that will go on a long way, and then we can leave the goons to the looting. Waanza kukimbia na polisi hapo, and watu wa maandamano wakwe huko chini. I think that will send a more powerful message even to the president. Watumueleze ambazo tunataka ni hii, and we are willing to be injured, we are willing to shed blood just like our brothers who have fallen. May the Mungu aweke mahali pema peponi. I think that is one way we can be able to send a stronger message to the policeman who is saying, huyu mkubwa wa polisi saizi ametoa press conference amesema ati siku hizi hakuna kwa maandamano, ni ukora tu and goons everywhere. But we know wanajua vizuri sana hiyo si ukweli. Hao goons wamelipwa. Nimesikia mtu akisema tu saizi like 5 minutes ago there's a group of bodabodas guys who have been paid to cause distraction huko hivyo CBD. So let's rethink our strategy, guys. Let's rethink our strategy, and if there can come a situation where we can organize a maandamano ambao we can all go down on our knees and crawl to our destination with no retreat, I think our message can be properly. Our parents will cry where they're seated when they see us on TV crawling and bleeding for our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Flo. Asante sana, tunashukuru for your submission, na vile umesema tu vigilant wanajaribu kufunga mic hapa maji sasa tusikia, lakini atarudi tu. Mwalimu, nimeona
Hilary wamefunga the main handle, wamefunga the mic.
Asante sana Hilary, thank you for the mic.
Okay, go ahead mwalimu, alafu maji utakuja.
Asante sana kwa even organizing such a forum for us to be able to keep sharing further on the issues that need to be addressed. Number one, of course, I feel the government wants to treat us as not to be very important people. You know, Ruto as number one has labeled our young people as criminals, not once, many times, even in his recent statements. He has done that unapologetically, which means he does not value Kenyans, which is a very bad thing. We are the people who gave him the job he's doing. He didn't, whether we elected him or not, he's supposed to serve us and to serve the interest of Kenyans. But so far, we have seen and observed that he's serving his personal interest and the interest of his fellow politicians who have misbehaved in a very big way. Today, the government, I know we have a few who are listening to us here today. They have funded the boda guys and they are misusing them, which is a very bad thing, because the boda, most of them are helpless. They get 300 per day, 100, some of them don't get anything. So today, they ensured that they are giving them something so that they can riot. But I'm sure by the end of the day, those guys will come out and even mention those who paid them, probably, unless they fear, because we know what most of the people who are in government can do if they try to expose their wickedness. The other thing, of course, we know the people who have been Ruto that has renominated to the government, they are not clean people. We have first Ruto pulled all of them off, meaning he didn't have confidence in them. When he tries to return them back, is just like it's like an intimidation to Kenyans. Tuale we have never heard him talk about the NY scandal that happened a few years ago, and he has been involved in very bad things. If we check on Davis Chilchil, that guy was cleared by EACC after he was suspended because of the issues at energy. You know, those guys are goons. Giving Churchill another position, it means Ruto is still trying to put his name in a bad list of governance in this country. He was summoned. You remember the issues of the chicken scandal, the chicken gate scandal, 50 million. You know,
Can you hear me?
Can you merge? Can you?
Hillary, please guide them to
Yeah,
concentrate on the
Mwalimu will
topic of
try to learn.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because,
also standing with
like
the.
said before they shut the other handle down,
Yeah.
we are pro demonstrations because we are protecting the right to demonstrate, which is enshrined in the Constitution. Some are not able to demonstrate today, and so that we are here to support. So let's stick to that topic, and we take 2 minutes each. Back to you, Hillary. Yeah.
Boni utaongea tu hivyo bwana. Tumesema kwamba ngoja mwalimu akimaliza utaongea. Ukifungua hiyo mic tena nitakutoa. The thing is, let us follow the channel, and also when somebody is talking, close your mic. Just mute your mic, right? That is very important. Mwalimu, land.
Sawa, thank you, Pole. I'm sorry. So I think we are personally, I'm in support. The government should not threaten us from holding demonstration. Let those of us who are able to go, you know, the other day, some of us, I was injured here because of the demonstration. That's why I'm not able to go out. But I think we need to continue supporting anybody who is capable of going outside there. Let us make our voice be heard. Let us not be. We are ensuring that we have a constitution that protects us, and therefore. Ruto should not sell us fear. Anybody, the people in the police, anybody should not do that, because we have a right to do that. We have to do it, and so that we get the good governance that we deserve. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mwalimu. Brenda, go ahead. Brenda Nanjala. Your mic is. You are very far. Uko mbali sana.
Niko mbali bado.
Haya, nakusikia sasa. Kalala.
No, I'm feeling sick, but I'll talk. Okay, Hillary.
Yes.
I just want you to differentiate between criminals, goons, and thieves before I continue. Criminals, goons, and thieves, please. Someone to, before I continue, I want to clarify what I want to talk to. Anyone, Shaggy, the difference between goons, criminals, and thieves. Shaggy, Duke, Diaspora.
Okay. So this is Shaggy speaking.
Okay.
The difference between, can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. So the difference between goons, thieves, and criminals, right? Is if you get your question correct, right? Now goons are lawlessness that are hired to cause mayhem. Okay. Now criminals are perpetual
Brenda,
goons.
because you speak on your mic, let you bring echo. Brenda, mute your mic.
I'm not sure if I'm speaking or other people
Shaggy,
speaking.
go ahead. Finish.
So goons are mostly hired to cause mayhem, okay, or to cause some sort of lawlessness, and then we find that thieves are people who are just out to steal, and criminals now would basically encompass goons and thieves. Criminals are basically a hard core of the two. I don't know that answers you.
Okay, thank you.
Brenda, you answered?
Yeah, thank you. So,
Okay.
You're almost all.
Can I chip
okay,
in on that question?
okay.
Bwana-
Brenda,
Brenda, go ahead.
Brenda, mute then.
Let Shaggy talk first, Hillary, please.
Brenda,
Brenda, okay,
you're
thank
not
you
the
so much.
host here.
I want
If
to
you don't
answer.
want
Brenda,
to
you
speak,
cannot
you leave.
control us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inzi Dolo, go ahead.
I wanted to assist on that question. Brenda is asking a very important question anyway. At times, criminal most of the time is somebody who is facing some charges, yeah, or being followed by the police. That's somebody who's been probably have some bad behavior against the law for a very long time. But when you look at goons and thieves, they can go hand in hand. At times, a thief can just come and steal and leave you. Oh, that's one person. But when it is when they harm you, they become criminals again. Like immediately they can be declared criminal. Like if a person come and hurt you, that kind of person can be declared criminal immediately. But stealing from you without harming you, just a misdemeanor at times. Now, when it comes to the word goon, it can be a blend of both, having the thieves inside, some were stealing, and and criminals who have a record already. And what do they do when they become goons? They are there to cause disorder. So the disorder can be, it's no longer a protest, because a protest is supposed to be peaceful, where people march and shine and shout and all that. But when you talk about goons, now it's no longer just more of a protest, it's like criminal protesting. In essence, what they're doing, some would be hitting other people, some will be stealing, some can even injure another person. So they become more of, they cause chaos. That's what we'll hear what is mean goons. So
Thank
sometimes goons are not a group of themselves. A group of themselves, in essence, where there is like, let's say, talk of the Gaza group. If the thief group called gang, they can gang by themselves and do their own things. But at times, goon can be mercenaries for hire. So in our case, probably we're talking about people who have been hired to cause mayhem, disorder, disrupt, steal, and mess up the good thing that probably the peaceful Kenyans are doing, protesting against bad governance. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you, Ndolo. Thank you so much for that. I think the main name is one. All of these people that you are mentioning, goons, thieves, and everything, at the end of the target is only one. There's no much different. These people are the same, because they are there to disrupt what is happening. They are there to steal people. They are there to do other things that is not necessary according to the plan that was there. So if you check very well, there's no much difference among all this group. Brenda, go ahead. Can you finish?
Okay, thank you. Mnanisikia poa sasa?
Nakusikia, endelea.
Okay. As in nimeona kwa news, as in wanasema those people wenye wanaenda side ya airport, those ones are goons, they are not Gen Zs. So me this issue, hata nimeona mkuu wa polisi akisema wale ambao wanaenda katika eneo la ndege, as in hamfai kwenda huko. Kwa nini mnaenda? Wanasema kwa nini mnaenda huko? Those ones are goons. So Hillary, ebu tell us, are these ones goons or Gen Zs, or we just
Sisi pia
want...
tunawaona tu, sisi pia tunaona tu kwa
Okay,
TV, tunaona.
Hillary,
Huh?
may I take over? Brenda, we
Yes.
see what you're doing. There is a standard definition of everything. If you are saying the government is going to define who's a goon and who's not a goon, I have to tell you, you're in the wrong place. So, Hillary, let's continue. Because if I can ask you, was Robert Uko a goon?
Can I say something if you guys
No, I'm
okay?
still speaking. Was
Shagi,
Robert Uko a
Shagi
goon?
nyamaza.
Yeah? Was Mugo, Alexander Mugo a goon? Excuse me. We are not stupid. We know what we are doing. You came to this space is pro democratic rights. So if you're coming here to ask random people to describe for you goons, you are in the wrong place. So guys, let us focus. because my handle has now been muted. Is it the reason why you are muting it? To bring your propaganda in? Whoever you are, please, the rights to protest must be protected. The right to human life must be protected. And I shall continue protecting that. Are we clear on that? This is not a propaganda space. You can mute me however long you want. You know where I am. We have been fighting this war. We'll keep fighting it. I hope I'm clear enough. This is not a propaganda space.
Thank
You
you so
at it before the government, whoever wants to kill you, a dog, calls it a dog. So we cannot have here people asking us to define for them goons. Back to you, Hillary. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maja. Thank you so much. Shaggy,
Something.
I'll remove you. I don't work that way. Actually, I don't work that way. I don't work that way. Duke, go ahead. Duke. All right. Duke is not there. Simon, go ahead. Simon. Right. We'll talk later. Honey, go ahead.
And if you wanted to hear the revolution's voice, I think you've now heard it. Please do not upset us. We are not here because we are in a luxury. We want to protect lives. Back to you, Hillary.
Oh, thank you so much, Maja. Thank you so much. Honey, Beja. Honey, go ahead. Oh, these people are not here. Okay. So, Flo, you want to say something again? Then Mercy.
Yes, thank you very much for giving me a second chance. The reason why I suggested, I was saying it's important for us as people who are protesting peacefully so that we can have one identity. The reason why I suggested let's go on our knees is because once we go on our knees, no one is going to confuse us for goons, no one is going to confuse us for thieves or rooters. Even policemen, it will be hard for a policeman to point a gun at a man on their knees. All this confusion that the government is trying to bring in, calling us goons, calling us thieves. I think it's very important for us to have one identity and also let's feel this pain. Let's feel the pain for this country physically, emotionally. I feel like it will be a very beautiful message. I'm insisting on that. Demonstrating on our knees. I think that can be amazing, something amazing to do for our country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Flo, for your submission. Mercy, go ahead. Remember, we are standing with standing with democracy in Kenya. Is an open mic whereby we are seeing what is happening in the country at the moment. We are seeing people are being paid even during the day with some vehicles there. We have videos and everything. These are things that we are talking about. We want to stand with those people, the peaceful Protestants who are going outside there to make sure that things are running slowly, but you're seeing disruption and many things is happening. Mercy, good afternoon. Guys, you cannot take a mic and you're not here. That is not good. Duke, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Jerry. Yes, good afternoon, and I'm actually doing well. I'm happy to be here. And yes, I support the power of democracy in Kenya. And together, I believe that we will conquer everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dick, for your submission and for being to the point. I like that. Thank you so much. Fabish, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Hillary. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I also echo all the speakers that have spoken that democracy in Kenya must prevail and it is not debatable. And as we all know, is that disobedience to tyranny is obedience to God. So we should choose whether do we want to be obedient to God or we want to be obedient to tyranny. We should say no to tyranny. What the regime is doing is no different from what Moi did when he was using groups like Mungiki, like Jeshi Lamze, like Chinkororo. And I want to tell the president that these goons that he's arming now think that is protecting him. It will later be very difficult to contain. So the person that is advising him to use this route actually is a person that is an enemy of the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Fabish. Nani huyu? Omaya Sayansi. Uko
Hey,
hapo?
hey, hello.
How
And
are you doing? All
I'm
right.
doing fine, brother. How you doing?
Oh, good, bro. Go ahead.
Thank you, Hilary, for the chance. Um, I think the space topic title is very clear. We're fighting for democracy in Kenya, so I'm happy of this platform. We're here to inform each other, and we should focus on the cause. Hizi propaganda mingi, whoever is coming here to ask good definitions of terms, I think anaweza Google if she doesn't know the meaning. She can Google and find the answer. We don't need people who come here to interrupt us in infiltrating our space, asking us unnecessary questions. We should focus. Sisi, personally, I'm a Gen Z person. Going to the street, demanding for our rights to meet criminals, juicy to meet formless. Yeah, I fail to understand you are formless. It is okay, but us demanding for accountability from the government which we elected, then tunaitwa criminals, tunaitwa we deserve to be imprisoned because we are asking for accountability. It is very absurd. We are annoyed. Let them do whatever they want to do to us. Venye tumeulizwa hapa na the host, I think the likes of Robert Ouko, they were fighting for our country. The same thing we are doing. We are fighting for our country, not even for us, for the coming generations. So let us not be deflected with statements ama distracted with other people goons wenye wamelipwa ku distract the movement. Let us focus. Thank
Thank you so much,
you.
bro. Thank you so much for your submission. Binti Africa.
Hello,
Hi, how are
hello.
you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me on the
Okay.
space. And first of all, I want to say, Marge, thank you very much for that not submission because you're like the host, but thank you for stopping that lady because I was going crazy. How can you come on here and start asking, oh, what should we call the police on the streets? They don't care. First of all, let me just say goons are stupid because the police on the streets, they don't care. As long as they see you out on the street, like Rex, do they know if he was a goon or not? They just shot somebody. They would like the goons would also get injured in the process without realizing, without even thinking. They just get paid and they're putting their lives in danger too. So I'm just saying that thank you for this space. We need to just keep supporting our people on the ground. I'm seeing a lot happening, and honestly, it's crazy. I'm seeing all these news outlets that are putting out information that the police, this IG, whatever he is saying that people shouldn't go to JKIA, which I don't know about that legally, but we need to just keep supporting the people on the streets because they're really handling it for us, and we cannot have people coming in this space and trying to do. In fact, people like you, that lady, you're goons in your own right because you're coming into this space that's meant to be pro-democratic, and trying to disrupt us. So please, if you have nothing there to say, if you have no support to say, just keep it to yourself. And in fact, you should even get dropped from the space. Thank you. Sorry, I'm mad.
Thank you, Binti Africa. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Kunywa maji. Take a little bit of water so that you can relax and, and be there. Thank you so much. Is he home? Is he home? And remember to follow each other all the time so that we can be connected and also know where our people. Go ahead, bro.
Hello guys, I think this is really fucked up democracy if we want to call it that way. It's like now asking for accountability is a problem in this country. I've been in Kangemi, my friend. I've seen people have been wamedeploy wanajeshi huko ni kama wanakuja kuinda Al-Shabaab. So I think this thing is so bad. I'm really pissed off. Right now hata nimekuwa nikipita tu kwa barabara unapigwa ni kama you are not a Kenyan. So if you're asking for democracy, these people are against our democracy. And everyone that is going against it, conduct a street to protest is not something that is bad. It's we have a right to do it. Why is this guy not allowing us to do our right? Now everyone that is going against this guy is a goon. Of course, hata wenye wanakuja online na kutupea stories za jaba hapa kutuambia I don't know what. These guys are goon. They're all goons. They are goons in so many ways. You come online, try to do your nonsense there, trying to convince us otherwise. But this is our right. Why are they not telling us that demonstrating is your right? Why are they telling us that mkienda kwa barabara mtapoteza sijui tunapoteza mali sijui what are we losing? We have already lost everything anyway. So I think we have to stand our democracy. We have to fight for it. This is our country. We are not letting it go. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm really pissed off right now.
Thank you, sir. I can hear the voice. It shows that there's a lot of things that's going on. Govaril, go ahead. You have not talked. I've seen you.
Brother, I'm here to listen. I'm not here to intervene for anything. I'm just here to listen, my brothers. So you can give. I'm just here just to listen, my brothers and sisters. Just now, be.
Right. Okay. Fabish, I saw your hand again. You want to jump in something?
Yes, yes. One thing that I wanted to chip in is I think we are winning in all aspects. Sababu, even now the police are helping us to demonstrate. So it is not doing well for Ruto because the whole country is standstill. So even when they think that they are containing us, but still the country is at standstill. And I think we should continue pressing. Even now, next time, we should be planning and how we are telling them that we are going to State House. Let them now thrive in that propaganda and we'll be happy in arms because when they are thinking that they will use goons, whether they use goons to come and demonstrate on our behalf, it is still working on our positive side. Whether they use military, they are still working on our side. So in all aspects, you are winning.
I hear you, Fabish. Gen Z, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Nashukuru sana kwa hii nafasi tena, na nikiongelea katika upande wetu kama majenzi, sioni rais kama atafaulu chenye anafanya. Kuna watu wanayetumiwa vibaya katika kama sisi majenzi. Ukiangalia kututolea magunzi ama mabodaboda watupige pita, hiyo haitaweza. Rais vile alitokezea mwenyewe 2022 akatuambia, akatuomba kura tukampea kama majenzi. Mwambie 2027 we are still there, hatujaenda mahali. Wenye tutakufa watakufa, wenye tutabaki tutakuwa hai, hatutaendelea. Mwambie 2022 2027 tuko ndani, haturudi nyuma. Sasa kama watu wa mabodaboda watampea kura, sitamtoshea kama zile zetu. Ajaribu chenye nafanya ile napaa. Mwambie Mr. President ajitokelezee mwenyewe, aongee na majenzi, si kutuma magunzi, si kutuma watu wa bodaboda. Na kuna watu wako ndani yetu wanatuuza. Please I request everyone, kuna watu wako mabodaboda na magunzi wako ndani yetu katika hii group site. As we continue to talk, kuna watu wako ndani yetu, naona wana share things from us and disappear to another groups. So I request, kama uko ndani yetu na wewe ni gunzi, jisikia haya sana na uondoke katikati yetu. Asante.
Homo, go ahead.
Okay, mimi nilikuwa nichafanya submission yangu ni kitu moja tu, nilisahau kusema I'm a developer and there is a product I'm trying to launch a few days to come. Iko hapo pinned kwa profile yangu. So ningeomba tu mtu kama uko na time kidogo, you can click on my profile then uniretweet tu. Thank you.
Sawa. Asante sana. Huyu ni Gen Z, kama una support him. But also we are focusing what is happening in the country at the moment. We are seeing people are being bullied. We are seeing borders guys are being given money in the town. We are seeing a lot of things. We want to stand with them and see what is happening. Let us know those people who are injured, and wherever you are, make sure you have people. Always don't be alone, because when they find you alone, then they will take advantage. But be in a group of people, take videos as much as you can, and somebody who doesn't have uniform should not come even near you. That is a tag, and that's the way to go. All right, guys. Frank, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Yes.
I want to say something. In Kenya, hakuna kitu imepeanwa bure. Kenyatta were never given the like of Odinga, wakifindia Mod Party, they were never given. So even for us Gen Z, seti tutapatiwa. What we need to do, we need to fight for it. Na viongozi waachiliangi ovyo ovyo because they enjoy the system, they enjoy the fruit of the system. So there's no way wataachilia hivi for the sake of tuchukue. So one thing, we have to fight. We have to kushikana. If there's for the bodabodas guy, I know a lot of bodabodas guy,
wenye wako true to the cause. So for those paid few goons, hawafai kuaminate watu wa bodaboda wako side ya gava. Actually they are very few. A lot of people are supporting what we are doing. And whatever we are doing is the God work. Ni kazi mzuri. So, and we should not wait for 2027. Let me tell you, if this guy is using this force to fight just kama kitu ya finance bill, use a lot of that force. Which force do you think he will use akitaka kufight the election, akitaka kuiba election? We should not wait for that. Let's fight the guy. He's wounded. Let's not make him recover. Because once he recover, he will come for everyone. The best time to hit the guy is now. I'm a panic. Everyone in the world is looking what we are doing because whatever we are doing is the right thing. It may kill some few because even siku za Mau people were killed. Hakuna mse ati hakuna revolution mai kuja bila watu kukufa. Some few people were killed. Siku za multi party, some few people were killed. What now we are fighting is for a new Kenya. We are fighting for economic revolution, which those people don't want to do. Because they are the people who enjoy the system the best. So we need to fight for this. We need to make it happen. And this is the best time. There will never come a time like this again. Because already everyone in the world is looking at us. Once we do it, and I know we'll do it because God is on our side, from there, we'll have a new Kenya. We don't have to go outside the country to work like my watchmen. Why? Why should we do that? And back in our country, we can do something and make money. Nowadays, doing business in Kenya is the hardest thing to do because there's tax left, right, and center. Everything at it is a task. It's like it tax. So, guys, me what I want to say, let's maintain the cost and let's fight. You should not give up. Thank you.
Asante sana, Frank. Abdul, I've seen you back. Can you test your mic? I don't know whether you can hear us or you can listen up.
Yeah,
Can you?
can you hear me?
Hillary,
Actually,
just before Abdul Rahman goes,
I'm so excited, guys. I have made an observation. There is a video. I want to share it here. In the CBD, in the absence of police, the hired goons have they have a truce with our patriotic protesters in Nairobi. They are now demonstrating, all of them, each of them lifting their placards in the absence of police. But in the JKIA, where the police had come to maintain law and order, there was chaos and people throwing stuff at each other, and the burning of the border that was burnt, and some people beaten. So clearly, we can tell that it is the police that has that usually supervises chaos. It is the police that think that they have monopoly of violence, and obviously being the state actors, those men, because they are men alone. Apparently Ruto doesn't have female supporters, but us, we have even very beautiful females coming out to agitate for reforms. This is out there for anyone to see. If we have international media, if we have the international community, if we have any observer, you don't need to have a very big brain to get to see that this is the operating memorandum of operandi for these people. So I am so excited because now at least we've been exonerated that we are not the ones who are looting businesses or causing violence and loss of lives, but it is coming on the side of the state. That is the first thing. Secondly, reforms have to come. We've gone too far to look back. We have lost so much to look back. We have lost the most of the beloved of our patriots that put their lives on the line. Surely their blood must count. Those are not animals, those are not chicken, those are not goats, those are not cattle that have been slaughtered and their blood was washed in those cabros and in those concrete in parliament and in our highways or in the estates where they were shot. Their blood is crying for justice, and justice will be when each one of us is able to afford a decent, a dignified life, merit-based society where public appointments do not matter where you come from, provided you have the right skills for the right job. Guys, I am so lucky that I am alive on a day when fellow citizens are tired. I have seen a tweet by Edgar saying, even if he dies right now, do not worry for him because he was already dead in the inside. It was just that he has closed his eyes. We are all dead in our inside when we live below our potential. We are all dead on our inside when we have to beg for the bare minimum. The medicines in the hospitals we have to beg for them to be stocked, for doctors to be paid. Even this border, I was here and I said, even this border that are causing mayhem, they are the first who are prone to road traffic accident related cases, and they need functional doctors, functional pharmacies in hospitals, motivated healthcare workers to save their lives when they get accidents in their in their line of duty. When killer cops descend on them in those operations that they usually do for the police, usually target the border riders. They need a robust justice, judicial and justice system that protects them from injustices and state violence meted on them. So we all need to speak even for these people that are being paid to frustrate us. So I am so excited that today we have a roadmap for our reforms. We have to show that we are not afraid to give the ultimate price that is needed for us to pay in order to achieve reforms whereby we live a dignified life. Viva comrades, let us not give up because we have gone too far into the fight to look back. Our victory is on the other side. Our success, we can see it. We may not get all of us there. Some of us may fall along the way. Let us push. Let us get to our promised land for the people that will come after us. Thank you so much, comrades. I see Diaspora Hub is the ant is up, but I'm so fired up and I'm so happy. I'm so excited that we can see our cannon. We can see it, and we are about to taste it. Thank you so much, and viva comrades.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, Abdul, my hand was just up so that I wanted to signalize Hillary that I would want to speak after you. I was not cutting you. Are you done?
Yeah,
Most likely, I love speaking in bits and being interrupted because I can speak and speak and speak. So if we go another round and I'm given some 2 or 3 minutes to say some more, I am also let me let other people to speak. Then you can give me some other, because I have so much I want to say in a short time. Thank you so much.
Maj, go ahead.
I'm actually laughing.
Yeah.
Maj, go ahead.
Thanks so much. So I just wanted to echo once again that we are really in support to the demonstrations. I want to, when I was listening, I listened in, and there was a speaker who said that in this era, these people died, there are people who died, and that these other people also died. Yes, Simon, please mute your mic. And yeah, so please, just a reminder, we're not going to remind people to mute their mics when they're on the panel. If you are not muting, we're going to have to remove you. So what I'm trying to say is this: there were deaths, yes, but even a single life lost is too much. So whereas people have died, let's not treat people like sacrificial lambs. One of the boys or girls who died there probably is the only person in the village who can go fetch their grandmother water. So he dies, the grandmother is also dead in some months to come. So let us not be insensitive. The government shouldn't be killing people out there. Lives that are lost are not sacrificial. Let's not use them as sacrificial lambs. They shouldn't have died in the first place. So Police brutality, we want to condemn in the strongest of terms as we continue. And this is something very international. This is something that we cannot be told that we are really just making it up. So yes, there have been deaths. We take this time also to really say, rest in peace, your life was not in vain. And let's continue as we support in the spirit of camaraderie. We do not want to there was a video of young people being mowed down when they're going into the parliament. That's a video that really is not has not been seen in many parts of the countries, and that is the day this government actually lost the mandate. So please, it's human life we're talking about here. As we speak here, there are people down there risking their lives for us. So let's look at it more as a sacrifice, and they are martyrs. They're being shot and killed by the government that's supposed to protect them. So yes, comrades, heroes who've lost life, we really, really say, we think of you, we thank you. This should not have happened, and we hope that change is gonna come. Hillary, back to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Maj, for chiming in. And Abdul, anytime you have something to say, just go ahead. Sonia, I can see your hand. How are you doing? Mm.
Hi, Hillary. I'm doing very well. I thank you so much for this forum. I thank everybody that is listening. This is my first time speaking here. It's my first time to actually be in a forum like this. As a Kenyan woman, I am in absolute adoration for my people, for their willingness and strength to fight for their freedom. I believe that we are in an era of invasion, and we need to stop that invasion. We need to remember as Kenyans that this is our land. And I'm hoping that everybody understands that they have a role to play as the owners of the land. When we have our demonstrations and when we are out there demonstrating, when we look down and we see the ground that we walk on, we need to understand that that is our land. And our land is for us and not anybody else. The government has been selected to take care of our land and the people in it. And if they do not do what they are required to do, they should leave and let the people that can and have the ability and talent to do it to be in there. I have a mantra that we have a purpose to be good ancestors. It starts here. It starts in the present. We need to be good ancestors. And that requires us to ensure that we are protecting the land that we live on for the next generations. We have always been fighting for freedom, and I do not understand why. Because we are supposed to be free. So why are we fighting all these things that we are fighting when this is our land? This is our people. We should not be shedding any blood on our land. This is our people. I am extremely proud of being part of this era that we are in right now. And we should not give up. We should not relent. We should not surrender to anything. We should not fear. We should keep going. And I am so grateful for this forum. I am so grateful for who we are as Kenyans. Fear is over. The season of fear is over. We have to fight and stand for democracy, which is the way of our forefathers. We have to. We should have no environment where our leaders make bad decisions for us. We cannot accept that. We have to take care of our own country and our own land, and we have to be fully participating in that objective. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sonia. And I hear you. That's a good submission. And thank you so much for the support of the demo. Those people are demo, and we're seeing a lot of pictures. Seeing a lot of videos now. They're trying to do a lot of things. Jogo Road, Outer Ring Road. Here we are seeing a lot of things happening, but people should be given time to do things. Police, remember you are brothers, you are sisters. We'll meet you at home in the evening. We are watching and we are seeing you. So whatever you're doing, it's just a work as a moment of time, right? The Kenyan entrepreneur, go ahead. Remember to get in touch, follow each other always, and make sure that things are running. And when you have these spaces, so that you can know what is happening. So it is important to get in touch to each other, follow each other if possible. Yes, go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Sebastian, and first of all, I just want to say thank you to you guys who are hosting the space. Marge in particular, I've seen quite a number of the spaces you've been holding and the conversations that you've been spearheading. So thank you very much. For, that in itself is a patriotic act. The reason why I requested to be a speaker is because I work mostly with corporates. So our business is a B2B business uh, designed. And the truth is, even businesses are suffering. It's very hard for you to go to, say, family banks page and find them complaining about the finance bill or any other company, insert name here. But collectively, even these businesses are suffering. And so this conversation is very timely. Like someone said earlier, I can't remember who it was, they mentioned this as an economic revolution. And the truth is, even earlier, the conversation I was having with some people is there's a lot of darkness, and not just from us as individuals, as the government wants to put it, but also from them. And guys are even having conversations of document what you consider normal right now, because this might be the last time you're seeing kids playing in the estates. And for this to be a kind of conversation that is happening in a country that is supposedly with democracy, I think it's a high time that all of us get involved. Normally, I would not be the individual to even have my voice heard in these spaces. And I blame it on, I don't know, how we were raised and how we were being told, kuna vitu hufai kuongelelea. But the truth is, we have to speak up as parents, as siblings, as members of this country, even as members of different communities that we live in. So I just want to say thank you. Mine was to say thank you. And the last thing I want to say is last week, there was a video of a young man, he's 20, I think 21, who was shot in CBD. He was shot in the eye, and the assumption was he was dead. And I can tell you this for free. For the first time, I felt these protests so close to me, because that is a guy who, when you get to Nation Center, he's going to come to you and be like, bro, sis, nikutafutie parking. And that is all he does. And even on that day, he was saying he was hoping that the protests would cool down and then he would go ahead and get his daily bread. He has kids. And so, for anyone who's just listening and is considering this as just some hashtag thing that is happening, I promise you, when it comes and knocks at your door, you're going to realize just how bad the situation in this country is. And so, if you're doing this as an individual, know that you have support. You have support from your neighbors, from your workmates, from your siblings, from your countrymates. And as long as you toe within the lines of what is legal, and you're not disrupting anyone's business, you have every right to be on the street and to claim for what is yours. And maybe, just maybe, it's high time for us guys to now start saying, you know what, let us now craft a structure of who we think should be in government. Who do we think is the best person to head the transport ministry, the health ministry? Because they keep saying we don't have alternatives. Maybe it's time we started showing them that we also know people who we believe are best positioned to occupy these offices. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much for your submission. And you remind us that that man, and actually, I hope he's alive. We don't have his information, but if you have more information about him, let us know. Then,
Yes, yes, he's alive. There was a video done by NTV, But I
Oh,
can promise you that the feeling never goes away, knowing that someone you've interacted with was shot because of protest.
all right. Much go ahead.
Thank you so much, Hilary, and thanks for also coming at the right time. And I have to say, the Kenyan entrepreneur, thanks so much for your feedback. I'd like to say that probably it was a blessing in disguise that somebody messed up with my main handle because they wanted to turn on the revolutionary in me. And I have to most of the time be reminded to actually be neutral or calm down a bit, because when you have a leading role, you have to have a sober head. So guys, thank you once again for switching on that revolutionary mind and blood of mine. Uh, like I said, we do not want lives being lost, but we're going to concentrate now on the topic and on the purpose of the space. Do use the comment section to share. We want to amplify what is going on. As you amplify, we want to also be safe. If you're not sure about the source, amplify as you ask. Is this true or not? When somebody takes you to court, you are trying to find out. You are trying to clarify. We want to amplify those on the ground, and this is why they are fighting us, because they want it to remain Uko River Road, where nobody's speaking for you. So please, do that. Abdul Rahman, thank you so much for sharing with us what is going on and the good news that people are realizing on the ground, that they have their, they share the same needs. They don't need to really fight each other. So, Hillary, kindly
Yeah.
guide me on who was next, and then we take
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Kenya Lisi is going, and then Alan, and then maybe Abdul Kaba kona kitu. Lakini you can just Kenya Lisi, then Alan. Pick it up from there. Okay. Kenya Lisi, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope everyone is able to hear me.
We can hear you, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I must first of all appreciate this move. What has made me so much happy about what is happening now is that we don't have a particular leader we look at in terms of leading this movement. In the first place, I think going back to where we came from, what happened, I think, after independence, these politicians, they came together and then they took charge, and I think now they made the rest of the Kenyans to become under siege. And that is why they are able to do what they want to do. And then when they come on the ground, they use the vulnerable members of the society to sell whatever they want to do. So I think the members of the informed community, and in this case, the educated ones, once we come out and we air our voices this strong, I think now that's the best way we can be able to do it. Maybe just a quick one to reiterate on what others have just talked about is that going forward, the only way we can get things right here is by pushing the same button over and over again. What I know, it is never easy fighting a government. It is never easy to push agenda against a government and make it the easiest way. Obviously, there will be lives which will be lost and maybe and such. So my humble request is if we could press on, because I'm in Mlolongo, I've just come from Mandamano myself. I've seen what the police are doing to us. I've seen the military, everybody, they are all here. But what I must thank also the members of the society is that they are out to air their views. So Margie and everyone, I just appreciate you, and I would wish that we continue with the same move so that we can be able to liberate our country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I've just seen 6,000. I know that he was on the ground. I tried to add him, but he dropped off because we really want to amplify those who are on the ground. Alan, you're next. Alan, can you hear me? Okay, if Alan is not speaking, Alan, take the mic here.
I can't hear him much. Can you hear him?
I also cannot hear him. And so we're going to also finalize at the top of the hour. Alan, kindly go. Otherwise, you're going to put another person. Let's add more speakers so that they can have a chance to speak. And those who have spoken, kindly drop in. Let others also have a chance to speak. Honey Badger. Okay, can Honey Badger speak?
No,
Here.
he's not. I think he is having a problem. Okay, add somebody else.
Let me do that.
Gen Z Murang'a amekaa hapa sana. Gen Z Murang'a, can you go ahead? Gen Z. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they have issues.
Okay, whoever is on the mic, a panel, and is able to speak, raise your hand so that we can see and give you the chance. Okay, Dr. Majus Singo, please proceed.
Thank you, everyone. I'm just from the street. I'm within the CBD. I tried to manage it to JKIA, but I was alone. I think I was late. But as we speak now, we are somewhere within the CBD. It's different outside here. There are a lot of goons within the ground, and I think it is high time we change our strategy. This issue is becoming more worse. These people are using more goons to hit us on the ground, and they are diverting people's attention. So we need just to get a new strategy on how we are going to deal with these people until we succeed. Fighting a government, my friend, is not easy for us. I have a concern over this issue of. I've heard Betangula talking about the first thing they are going to do in the parliament is to vet the people that the president mentioned. How are we going to pressurize the MPs to make sure that the people that they are vetting, they don't just pass like they did it in the first round? That's the thing that we need so that we hold the president hostage. Akwe preso mwenye ana say through the parliament. These members of parliament, we can reach them easily. Let us hunt them the way we started it last time. Wherever they go, we put a lot of pressure. We print faces of these people that has been nominated by the president for vetting, and we dig them deeply to know who they are, the mistakes that they are having. That's all I have. I'm getting some water so that I continue. Otherwise, you people do a great job. If you cannot reach here physically, do it on the space. We meet in the afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Majus, for representing us on the ground. Please be safe. Please take videos, but only at a safe distance. Your life is more important than taking a video of, all those things going on. Take them at a safe distance and do share with us. We're going to amplify. We would have sent you something, but at the moment we cannot because people are being hunted down for currently there's a paranoia about who's financing what. So that is why a lot of diasporans here would want to send money, but they don't want to put you guys into problems, because if you buy you water now, they'll say, oh, well, the diaspora is funding him, and then there's not so much they can do to us here, but on the ground they're going to cause you problems. So Ryder, you teach in that order.
Okay, I believe, can anyone hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you for the time. It's for the first time I've been in space. And what I want just to encourage Gen Z, I'm one of them, and I have even alphas behind me. I know it is hard for everyone to persist on what you cannot see. But what I believe, what we started, we can see now. And that's why they are trying to kick the bucket, trying to use guns. And we actually know, kila mtu anajua, guns has to be there. Juu hata Mauma walianzia, and they had guns who are trying to reject what the others are doing. So even as we should stand and be firm, knowing that what we are doing is the rightful thing for us to stand in our lives. If you don't do this, even our kids will never be satisfied in their lives. So I want to encourage everyone and tell every Gen Z where they are, let us be focused on what we started, because what has the beginning has the end of it. Thank you for the time, please.
Thanks, Ryder. And for those coming to the mic, we want to close at the top of the hour. We'll be giving the people the mic until the next 22 minutes. Then we close. We stop giving the mic. If you're on the ground, would want to say where you are, please do so. But if you feel that it's not safe, don't. We don't want to really just put you at risk. But do share with us things that are going on in the ground. Yeah, Teach, over to you. Yatish, can you hear me? Yatish Che Pereira. Let me add El de facto. Oh, Hillary, probably he's speaking and I cannot hear.
Maj, what are you saying?
Is Yatish speaking or not?
No, he's not.
Okay, let's have de facto speak. De facto, can you hear us? Okay, this is what happens then before they start clogging the mics. But yeah, de facto, go on. Yeah. Unmute your mic. Yes.
Okay, this is Lewis from Meru. This is the first time to be on space and very interesting. So, my fellow dear Kenyans, like we've seen all over the country, in places here like Meru, everyone is quiet, and to my surprise, and as one of these changes, as one of the changes, it is to my surprise that most of us are looking that it is only the youths that are maybe in Nairobi and Mombasa that are involved in this. But I would like to all of us to know that this concerns all of the Kenyans and all over the country. So I don't know why places like in Meru and most of these signs in Mount Kenya regions, you see that the place is so quiet and like all over, like we are so comfortable, but of which is contrary to the things on the ground. And I don't know on what grounds and how will we be able to make these youths understand that it is our turn. This is the time to let us and to let these people of Kenya to know that we are ending on the wrong direction. To know that we are on the wrong place. Yeah. So this is my concern that we should let us most so the people from Meru and these regions they should be.
No, I think we lost de facto. Hillary, can you hear him?
It dropped, I think, but I can hear you.
Okay, so there's somebody on the mic, but I cannot hear them anymore. Honey Badger was added now. Honey Badger, kindly proceed, guys. We are now winding up. As you see, we have really put a lot of try. I think you're now edible. Yeah.
Hi, Marge.
Hi.
Thank you so much.
I meant audible, not edible. Don't be afraid. We're not eating people. Over to you.
Can you hear me clear?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you so much. So I am joining this space from Texas, Dallas specifically. I think I was in another space with you. And I think a lot of people can learn a lot from you. So one thing I want to say about the GNZ revolution is that it started with a simple reject finance bill. But now where we are right now, we are at a point of no return. We are at Ruto must go. And we are at a point that we must win. Because losing means that we are going to lose a lot of our front lines to the Ruto regime. If he remains in power, there is a lot of people that we will be sacrificing. So I think all of us bears some responsibility to this whole movement. It's not about the GNZ anymore. It's about the GNX. It's about the whole Kenya. We must support the movement. We must support a better Kenya. We must support a first world Kenya that the GNZ are envisioning. Because if we don't, we are going to lose a lot of our first line. We have seen the likes of the Uganda president, Museveni. He has ruled, he has been in power since 1986. I was not even born myself. If you can count very well, that's about 38 years he has been in power. We also have a dictator in power. And if it was not for GNZ, he is the judiciary, he is the executive, he is everything that Kenya relies on. And he had the opportunity to also change the constitution as well. If we do not stop this, we are headed towards the Uganda route, where Museveni captures every single leader that rises up, kills them, and then everybody else backs off. So please let us think this a very different way. Let us be supportive. Let us use our very talented strategists to implement the best communication strategies to reach everybody, even those that are not available on Space, Facebook, and Instagram, to reach everybody, to be a part of this revolution. It will prevent a lot of blood loss. If we go forward, we will lose less. If we go backwards, we're gonna lose more. So please, the most talented strategists that are with us, please plan. If the diaspora can help in any way, besides our mind, if we can help in any other way, please plan something. Let us know, because a fire is burning in us. We are witnessing something in our lifetime that we all wish we could be a part of. Thank you so much. God bless you all. May God protect you all. Hand over the mic.